Alright, can you punks hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I see the chat is having fun. I'm audible. Hello, everyone. Casey's going to be running a couple minutes late. So, you know, to my audience, I'm sure you're fine with talking to me. But if anyone hears from Casey's audience, you're going to have to deal with me for a second. I don't work for Mossad now. So, and I'm going to burst some people's bubbles. This isn't going to be a rage bait or like getting heat or anything. We agreed we're going to be probably discussing stuff. I sent over some of the stuff I want to talk about to him. So we're probably just going to be talking about some of these things and then maybe come on to his video. And mine, I'm sure. Which, to those in my channel that don't know, he actually left a comment under the Miranda Sings video. And he said it was well done. And he agreed that she is a bad musician. Well, Casey's going to be here in a couple of minutes, so he's just running a tad late. Let's see. Sorry if the windows get messed up for a second. Gotta do some things. Let's see. I need you. Sorry, bear with me. I don't know if it's messed up right now. Yeah, it's looking a little messed up. Alright, there we go. Oh my god. I got like a rash on my face too, which is not really fun. Let's see. Alright, there we go. There's a... And that's just, what the fuck? Why did I do that? Alright. And I'm sure there's going to be some technical difficulties on my part as well, so be prepared for that. Maybe, depending on how long Casey and I talk, maybe we play a little Stellaris after, is what I'm thinking. What do you fellas think? Oh my god, I can barely read the chat. I don't know if we're gonna see Casey's face. I don't know what he's planning to do for visuals. I'm probably just gonna tab into Discord for you guys, so if he is doing a webcam. Can y'all kiss and whoever pulls back first has to delete the video? That's a definitely an idea. That is definitely an idea. I'm not looking to talk for 4 hours. I'm gonna be so serious. No, Casey has been nothing but very nice in our emails back and forth. Behind the scenes, Casey has been very nice to me. So, remember, YouTube, you kind of gotta play it up a bit. Yeah. But Casey has been nothing but very professional and courteous from when we've emailed each other and whatnot. Yeah, I don't like talking to chat for more than 4 hours. Oh, thank you for donating. Yes, that reminds me. If you guys have $1 to spare, first off, I chose the charity, so if you have any problems with it, blame me, not Casey. But the organization, they fund services for at-risk youth in I think 4 or 5 states, and then also they either help run or they do run like the National Abuse Hotline. So that is what the charity is. If you got $1 to spare, please think about it. Holy shit, there's a lot of people here. A little nervous right now. I'm assuming a good chunk of you are Casey's fans. Thank you, Fast Iron, for donating. Thank you, Anonymous. Hope you guys are still like hacking COD lobbies. I remember when the Battlefield 1 open beta got hacked, and I got so angry. Like, if anyone remembers that, the Battlefield 1 open beta, I think it was the Battlefield 1 open beta, when it was, I forget which one it was, but like they hacked the beta. Thank you for donating, Poop Consumer. Hiya. PVZ Mine. Thank you for donating. A $20 donation. Shout out Anonymous. The real Dave Mustaine. What are you doing here? Are you supposed to be covering Ride the Lightning or whatever? There's a part of me that hopes that is the real Dave Mustaine. If so, I'm a fan of your later work. Thank you, Inspector Moist, for donating. But yeah, from what I was able to see, they seem like a reputable charity. They've been running since the 60s. And again, they work with like federal government, state governments, local governments, from what I could see. Damn, $50. Holy shit, thank you for donating. Lost in Hollow. I'm reducing, thank you. Let's see, I hope Casey's not like waiting somewhere. No. Let me check the email. I don't think he emailed me. Sorry, I'm also reading other things. Thank you, Lila3455. I think apology videos are a form of persuasive essays. Because ultimately they're trying to persuade us to forgive someone, right? So, I mean, in a way, they are a persuasive argument. That's how I kind of justify it. I've also been a little looser on the definition of an essay recently, but... Philosophist? Philosophist? I don't know what that is. Do you mean like philanthropist? I try, but you know, I'm not exactly rich here. Alright, how many people... Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll. I want to see how many people are my audience. And how many are Casey's. If you don't answer that poll, I'm going to be angry. No, I'm joking. So I'm probably going to mostly be talking about some theories and how, what trends are shown with the theories. Oh, damn, it's like all me. I'm happy that my community's here. Yeah, I'm mostly going to be talking about theories. So the idea was that this was going to be more of an educational thing. That was the idea. I am not the most famous YouTuber ever, no. Oh, hey Casey, are you in the Discord? Or are you trying to like message me somewhere and I'm just being an idiot? Oh my god, hold on, I'm like squinting right now. WhatsApp? WhatsApp? Casey, who are you responding to, me or other random people? Yeah, I can email you the Discord again, Casey, if you need. I think it's probably like the 5th email up, I think. But it's literally just my channel name with YT at the end. Hey, holy shit, we're already over halfway to the donation goal. Okay, you got it, alright. I'm sure I will mess something up as well. So we'll bear for a second. That's in that pool. Your OBS is messed up. What do you want me to do? I don't. Okay, I touch Discord like once a month, Casey. That's okay. Don't worry, bro. I'll never touch Discord. Here, so I think what it is, just go to add friends and then just type my channel name and then YT after. And it's gonna look like my channel profile pic, but it's the one where it's like the soy jack. Jamie's is never gonna have a Discord server. Jamie's is not going to have a Discord server. I know that's gonna become a cesspit. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, another 50. Thank you, Anonymous. Man, I didn't know the anonymous hacking group was still a thing. I'm joking. Yeah, Discord is really sabotaging it. Oh, so here, let me see. There probably is a link I can send you. And I'm an absolute lobotomite. Let's see here. You minimize, go away. Oh my god, they got so many stupid things you can buy now. Can you? Oh my god. Here, I'll email you the username. Sorry. Let's see. I know. Thank you guys so much for getting to that goal. I didn't think so many people would donate. I put 300 because I thought that would be like the maximum. I'm not, or the Turkish people and the Irish people in the audience. Keep going. Casey, I sent you an email, by the way. There we go. Oh, I have so much pressure on me. I feel like I have to be entertaining right now, but I'm also trying to figure out how to use Discord. Isn't there like a friends code or something? So stupid. Oh, I hate Discord. Can you play Kanye? Oh my god, and I can barely read this right now. The friend code is your username now. Oh, so okay. Oh, so there's no more friend codes. Oh. See, I wouldn't know that. Alright, so it says online. My thing didn't come up online. Casey, maybe try emailing me your username and I'll try and find you too. So we can have two guys going at this. How do you comment the loading thing? I think it'll only work if you send me invite link as the admin. Well, no, I'm just trying to put you on my friends list. And I'm gonna just like call you on the friends list. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know anything else. I'm like, I don't have a server. Eight from Florida, okay. I'm 80 trillion years old. I should send you the first. Alright, let's try and be a little mature. Yeah, I do not have a Discord server. I probably never will. The worst one. Probably the race realism one, because it's just a giant circle jerk of racism, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. The guy, like, whatever the hell his name is, he sounds wicked fancy, but he doesn't know a damn thing. I tested it. I'm reading these, by the way. It's so hard to like read it before it disappears. Neutral feelings from New Hampshire. Cool, cool. I study criminology at university. I study criminology. So the causes, reasons, and responses to crime is why I study. No, it wasn't. It was Exquilfante. That was his name. That is genuinely probably the worst, I think. I know I say every single one is the worst, but I think that one is the worst. Because I also try and weigh, like, how many people has it reached? And that one, unfortunately, has reached almost 1 million people. I'm not going to start a server because A, I got no clue how Discord works. B, I don't want to moderate one. And C, I feel like it would just turn into like a cesspit. Like with how frequent scams and like grooming and stuff is on Discord, I do not even want to accidentally facilitate that. I'm not telling you what university I go to. I'm going to get like sent anthrax in the mail if I do that. The most fun was the Sigma Males one. Anthony Spade. That shit was so fun. I love that one. Again, Anthony Spade is oh shit! All right, hold on. I just saw your things, Casey. It was not loading. Well, look at saying like it's added things. Okay. Sorry, Casey. Gmail was not loading for me. I just saw your emails. Let me try that. Alright, I sent it your way. I don't know why Gmail was not loading. I don't think YouTube. My plan is we'll just open up a call, and I'm going to be kind of recording the audio from that. But no, I just saw your email. Discord was being cringe. Or not Discord, Gmail. But what's new? Anthrax is a very deadly disease. It's not good. Well, the band's good, but the disease is not good. And the band's okay. I don't like tea. I'm a coffee guy. I'm just a coffee guy. Hey, Casey and I are both busy, okay? We don't always have the most, like, infinite time to figure this stuff out. For what it sounds like, Casey has a healthy relationship with Discord too, which is don't use it a lot. You get to just talk to me more. Don't you love doing that? Yeah, I saw the Kino Flex video. It's so bad. My account is not 2014 Speedy D. I don't think it is. Let me. No, it's the exact. Here, I'll send you the because I don't want to tell it to all these people. I'll email you the @ maybe it is that. I don't know. Maybe accept that friend request, and maybe it's accidentally me. If it's not, I guess just unfriend him. Call his phone and put on speaker. That's gonna sound horrible. That's gonna sound atrocious. So I would have to take my noise gate off and the compressor off. So you are going to hear every little like, I forget me like shifting my weight in my chair. You're gonna hear. So, yeah, no, we will not be doing it on speakerphone. Oh, Casey is way better than Remnant 777. That's not even that's no diff. That's no diff. That's no diff. I might do basic logic again. I don't know. I'm gonna be so honest. He's so fucking boring. Just another guy online just making a bunch of poop to get attention. That's what it really is. Huh? Why is that? His username is fan. Is there I don't know why that doesn't work. Yeah, because you put that in correctly. Is there a way we could do it through Google Meets? Because I'm down to do that. Alright, I sent you an email, Casey. Or invite to a Google Meet. We'll see if that works. Or I guess... This is gonna be a very boring stream visually, by the way. I think so. If we do Google Meets, I don't know if I can screen share it because there is sensitive information. You might have to just be staring at the paint. Oh, there you are.
Hey, can you
Hey,
hear
Casey.
me?
I can hear you. Let's see
Oh
if
my
they can. Can you
gosh.
guys hear him? Sorry about that, Casey. I'm horrible with Discord.
No, I'm totally with you, but it was so funny because I saw someone in your chat said two cavemen discovering fire ass stream.
Low key, yeah. Actually, not even low key. Yeah, no, 100%.
Your chat is insane. It's very
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah. I definitely have generated quite the culture, haven't I?
No, it's very funny. The Google
They are
Games
funny. They are
are
funny.
particularly
I want to see if I can try and. Because I want to try and get your face cam on there if you're fine with it, but I also don't want
yeah,
to dox
yeah.
myself.
No, for sure.
I got a bit of a catch-22 here.
Yeah.
I have you like tabbed out.
Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm glad you can finally hear me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, let me turn you up. They're saying I gotta turn you up. I can figure out how to do that, dude. It actually is caveman.
Yeah, no, I don't know how Discord works either, so.
Well, thank you for doing this, Casey. This was a really good idea. I'm happy that we're able to generate some positivity. I think check the donation real quick because we probably already hit the goal. Awesome. I didn't think.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Really?
It's a $300 goal, but like, yeah, no. Before you came in, I mean, people were like 234, but people were like $50 and $20 donation.
That's awesome.
That's good. Yeah, and then, I don't know if you heard me, but the charity, I looked them up, and they do like at-risk program or services for at-risk programs in a couple of states, and they help run the National Abuse Hotline.
Wow, that's great. What's the name of the charity?
I promised I like verified it. Child help. It's child help. It's such a basic name. It completely slipped my mind. They just child and then help.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good that we figured that one out. Okay. I do see some mixed reviews on it, but maybe that's like a different child help.
Well, so they work with DOJ in a couple of states. They do have partnership. You guys see Casey? I got you now on it.
Very, very feline chat, I can see. That's
Yeah, I don't know if I did that or if that came with the.
Oh, okay, you guys can see me. Great.
All right, awesome.
Let's see. Oh, yes, I can see myself.
Okay, that's good. I'm just so scared I was going to share.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I know I came at you pretty hard, but thank you for being professional.
Well, I appreciate that we're able to do this because, you know, I definitely did the same in my video. And so
that's kind of YouTube, though.
Yeah, and I think even if we maybe disagree on methodology somewhat, but I don't even know how much we disagree on that. I think if we both want like the next generation of kids to have a better education, I think that's what's most important. And if we can get that from this stream, then that's
one, or at least even just spread a little message on. All right, so let's get. I didn't really regiment, but I guess let's kind of get into. So what do you? The big question I had from the video.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. I believe the chat is saying that I have I've disappeared from OBS. Okay, I think
so bad at this stream.
No, it's okay. I'm the same thing. All my viewers were like making fun of me when I started streaming on Twitch. So
I also got one monitor, which I think you guys see him now.
Someone said this stream decides education policy for the next decade.
Yeah, if we could, can we get to like Secretary of Education?
Yeah.
Her name McConnell.
McConnell. I hope not McConnell.
It's very similar. I forget her name.
Gotcha.
Okay, but yeah. So for I guess, what do you think? Kind of facing.
Sure. Well, yeah, I'm excited to talk about this. The first thing that I wanted to mention was I read through well, I guess I should give context for the audience. Can I use your name that you mentioned in the email, or should I just call you?
You can use my name.
Okay, I don't want to dox you. So yeah, Jameson sent me the like about 50 pages from a textbook that I believe from your school where you're studying this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
I forget authors of that. It's like it's a basic introduction to juvenile. It was just a theoretical.
Okay, sorry to interrupt again. It seems like the chat is saying that your mic is cutting out. No, it's I've been here 100 times.
I got no why it would be. Oh, you know what? I do know.
It's entertaining in its own right. So maybe we're the ones who need the education.
Honestly, yeah. That thing is. I need to be a.
Yeah, we could use some Gen Alpha kids who know how this works.
Is there any Gen Alpha or fight?
Yeah, yeah.
What now?
Oh, I guess people are like, that's the big reveal of your
Yeah,
name.
no, they don't know like anything about.
Well, I'm honored that I could reveal that.
Still cutting out, fellas.
Well, someone says we hit the goal,
I know that's good.
which is great. Now,
Well, I guess if you want, if I'm gonna try and fix this and trying to answer the question.
okay. Well, I guess I'll just speak to myself here. But so that I'll maybe if people can hear me, Jameson sent me 50 pages from one of the books he's studying in college, where I think it's what criminology or
That
something
was
like.
for juvenile justice.
Okay, perfect. So even more specific, that talked about a lot of the different theories about what causes juvenile crime, and it even gone to like juvenile recidivism and what can help prevent crime. And there's a lot of interesting stuff there. I think the two biggest schools, and I don't know how much your viewers, I presume, are familiar with this. I presume like you've made a lot.
I'm probably gonna do an overview of this, and then like the modern theories, kind of like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Okay, so
and I
then
think it even says that it's like, they're kind of positivist, kind of classical.
yeah, and that's where I fall. So I'm curious. Maybe we can talk about where each of us fall in like that classical versus positivist um, dynamic spectrum. So what I read was that the two like sort of essential large groupings of theories on juvenile crime can be described from what I read from Jameson's textbook as classical and positivist. The classical one is the more traditional one, sort of stemming from the 1700s, and there's like these Italian theorists who Jameson, I'm sure, knows
Oh
much
yeah,
more about than
Caesar
I
and
do.
Caesar.
Yeah,
Was it Lombroso and Baccara?
yeah. I looked them up and I was like, these guys have got some interesting facial hair.
Got
And
some interesting ideas too. Lombroso, not well loved anymore.
is Librasso part of the classical or
He's the
positivist?
positivist. He was his whole thing was atavism, kind of like I'm sure you heard.
I actually
Certain
have.
people, it's basically social Darwinism. Certain people are more
Oh,
evolved than others, and
I made a video on that today.
oh, did you?
Yeah,
I have not been keeping up. I saw you liked
okay.
my Miranda Sings video.
I did. I
Yeah,
did like the Falcon Ballinger video. But yeah, that's so funny. I literally made a social Darwinism video today. So yeah, that definitely I would be part of the camp that does not favor him. So
yeah. No, he isn't that cool. Even in his day, people were like,
and no, that's probably good. Some yeah, I don't know if I'm relaying too much of the technical stuff on the from the chat, but they say to turn off noise cancellation. I don't know if that's if you have that on or if that's for me or something. I can hear you perfectly.
that
I'm
makes me
just
think that it's something's
yeah, I'm just speaking on behalf of the beleaguered Jammies Nation, who's
bullying me a lot. So
here. This is for the chat.
oh,
Chat, you can hear me. Comment if you can hear me, or if you can hear either of us, or if you can hear neither of us.
audio engine.
Yeah.
I have some filters on OBS. Casey sounds good. I'm cutting in and I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn some filters off on my microphone. And oh yeah, I only have my noise gate recording my solo that I made for the Colin Ballinger video. How do I sound now? Probably super echoey.
You've sounded perfect this whole time for me.
Really?
Yeah, but I presume that was for the chat.
Someone said I hate slow burns. Okay. All right, fellas. Let's see you guys do this, okay? Sounds good. Sounds good. Are we saying? I'm not turning off the stream. No, we're not doing that. Oh, so it was the compressor. God, I hate OBS. Like screws with the weirdest things on it. I don't know if you use OBS, but it screws with the weirdest things sometimes.
I've used it a couple times, but I've tried to stop because
No,
of the,
I was streaming Saturday and it just caused the game to crash. So what I had to do was like turn OBS off and then turn. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. All right, now they're saying they can hear me. Okay, so I guess let's continue and just pray that I don't mess.
Yeah,
something
okay,
up.
it seems all right. It seems that's good. They can at least hear us. 30 minutes in, we're like, this is working.
Hey, we're that entertaining. We're just that entertaining.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the chat's very entertaining too. But yeah, so I'm sure Jameson can correct me where I like get some of the details wrong. But the classical theory is the more traditional one, originating in one of the aforementioned Italian theorists that says
Beccaria.
the juveniles usually commit crime because.
Well, I do want to say the book applies it to juveniles, but it's universal. It's just saying it for juvenile specific. But that's like the positivist and classical is for all crime, but it was just specifically saying juveniles for the book.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's good context. That juveniles or anybody or fully grown YouTubers who have trouble working Discord
Yeah.
commit crime because they are rational agents, just like every human being, and they're trying to maximize pleasure and minimize pain. And they will commit crimes insofar as they are able to continuously maximize pleasure. But as soon as the state intervenes and there's a high punishment for crime, the calculus will shift, and then they'll stop committing crime. Is that sort of a fair generalization for that school?
That's pretty spot on, like 10 out of 10.
Okay, good.
So that's basically the classical school is really just like I was planning on making a video about this, so maybe I'll just use this. But yeah, the classical school is basically it assumes everyone will commit crime, which is one of its big assumptions. It's kind of like economic theories where they make big assumptions, and then the only thing stopping people from want to commit crime is that there is a punishment that is certain, which is the big thing that always gets forgotten. It is severe enough to make you not want it to outweigh that pleasure, which how do you quantify that? Who the hell knows? But, big thing that you can't measure, which is great. And then celerity too, which is just how swift is the punishment. So yeah, that's what the classical school assumes. It says you basically just weigh that, and then depending on which, like it's very utilitarian.
Yeah. And I'll
like
add just on empirical grounds, I was trying to look into some of your textbook had it, but just look into more empirical grounding for like the findings of the applications of each of these schools. And it does say that there was like a 2021 meta-analysis of like 110 studies by this guy named like Micah or something. Maybe you read it.
Don't know.
That says that punishments, rather than increasing the severity of punishments, increasing the certainty of punishment.
Oh yeah, no, that's well known in criminology. I remember first learned that theory, and the guy's like, "This is the one thing we always forget." But
Sure.
boy, oh boy, do we love general deterrence, which comes from classical school.
Yeah.
No, that's spot on. It's very much certainty is the most important thing. So, no, that was a really good explanation. Good job.
I don't know how much credit I get. I just was reading what you sent me. So,
That probably helps. But
my understanding of the positivist school says that it's sort of broad, as you mentioned, and like some of the
they're so broad. They're so broad.
Yeah, exactly. So very broadly speaking, that juveniles or adult YouTubers will commit crimes primarily because of their environment. If they grew up in again, it's very broad, but like presumably a poor household or a violent household, or they had like a lot of struggles. That's the main cause.
Yeah, I mean, the positivist school is kind of even further back. It basically believes that crime is not a choice, or at minimum, it's extremely influenced by things we can't control. So, well, the modern positivism is very much environmental and stuff. Like I said, with atavism, it definitely had those biological and racial roots, which even today you can still kind of see some lingerings of them. But yeah, basically it's not a choice. Classical thinks it's a choice. Positivist thinks it's not a choice. If you were like really trying to boil them down.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what's your verdict? Where do you lie on the
So this is
classical
what's very interesting is they are both correct and incorrect at the same time. It super depends on the situation. So like and I just wrote a huge paper about biosocial theory, which is part of positivism, which is you have there people can have like genes and certain disorders and stuff that make them more susceptible to committing crime, but and it's a huge like all caps underlined but it really depends on your environment that those genes are expressed. So it's like a kid with ADHD in a rich household, that probably won't really be like a big thing. But if you're in a poor household, that ADHD can make you mess up in school, and like poor academic performance is a huge indicator of getting involved in the justice system. So it's expressed in a different way. But it really depends on, in my opinion, what type of crime you're doing. Who's it super depends. Like property crime, rational choice is like usually go to, or like the classical school. But when it comes to violent crime and stuff like that, the positive school usually wins out more, especially when talking about juveniles, since they are irrational actors, as we say.
Sure, partly, right? Like I'm sure they could also respond to incentives in certain cases.
Yeah, the thing is like they're just not going to respond to it the same way an adult is going to. Because that's the thing, it's like violent, like juvenile crime, 2/3 of it is violent crime, which
And
is
what's
way. It's like
adult?
10% for adults. I think it's way
Okay,
lower.
wow.
Maybe not 10%, but it's way lower than that. But that's because again, is like juveniles. Even if you do go down that classical route, they're weighing different things. Because it's like, think about it. Is if someone like says something mean to me as an adult, ideally I wouldn't be like shoving them into a locker, right? Whereas if I'm a kid and it's like, yo, Spider-Man sucks, Superman's awesome, then, the kid, you go through those emotions. You're very, especially as teenagers, you're very, very emotional. So, I mean, both routes agree that like children are just irrational actors. And so that's why they're also very delicate too about juvenile specifically.
Right. And yeah, it seems like with 90% of the adult crime being like nonviolent, it seems like, as you were alluding to, it's much more systematic in like
Yeah,
adult.
no. It's what like the vast majority of crime is property crime. But again, with juveniles, completely flips the script.
And
2/3
probably
is violent.
it's like a broad umbrella for like theft or.
Yeah, larceny, theft, burglary, breaking, basically anything where it's I'm taking something or I'm
Gotcha.
breaking something. And then you have
Most
white collar crime.
to avoid by not doxing yourself.
What'd you say?
No, I just said most of the crimes you want to avoid by not doxing yourself.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So that would be, your not muggings. Like if I rob someone, no, hold on. What's the difference? If I mug someone, that's violent. If I steal something from you, that's property. So it all depends again on how the nature is played. And then you have like white collar crime, which is super similar to property crime but different. And then you have victimless crime, but it's kind of being returned into self-victimization, which is like drugs and like self-harm and stuff like that. But yeah, with
Gotcha.
juveniles, that violent crime for some reason it is like skyrockets, and then once people hit about 25, it's like overall crime just drops like a rock. It's like the age crime curve is the biggest thing, which is also what I do think is really important when we talk about juveniles. Is the strongest correlation we have is the age crime curve, which I don't. Did my readings go into that I sent you? I don't know if they did.
I don't remember reading that.
So the age crime curve, I feel so bad because like I don't have any resources on this right now. So this is a big trust me. So
Well, I read your book, so
but the age crime curve basically it's saying I'm going to go off guys because I don't remember the exact ages for women. It's different, but for guys, it's once you hit about 12, your chances of like increasing crime go up, and then once you hit 25, it like drops even lower than before 13. And that's also another big thing because I think in my Dumanity video, which his video was similar to yours, I brought that up because he's like, and if you violent kids will become violent adults. And I'm like, this is literally the opposite of all the evidence we have. This is like one of the best correlations we have is as you get older, your chance of offending is rapidly decreases.
Sure. I don't know this guy Humanity or his video, but would the Steelman be, or would be like the alternate perspective that the vast majority of violent kids do not become violent adults. However, the vast majority of violent adults were violent kids. Could maybe that be like a defensible statement that he was alluding to, or no? I don't know this.
No,
guy.
he just didn't know what he was talking about. it was pretty bad. Then he started getting to school shootings. I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on, let's because he said like the school system promotes school shootings, and I'm like, yo, hold on. And specifically mass shootings, which those are extremely rare. To those who don't know,
this Humanity guy, this isn't like an old friend of yours.
No. Actually, his video is what inspired the series like years ago. Because I remember I watched his video and I was so angry at it. I left a comment, first YouTube comment I ever left, except like maybe under a Minecraft parody when I was 8. And that like 2 years later, it finally hit me. Like I was bored, and I'm like, maybe I should actually try that video out. And then I covered a completely different video. But yeah, no. His video, it was similar to yours, but it was like it went like really into it. Like his whole thing was like, we need to start kicking kids out of school because school is making them into school shooters. I'm like, that is an extreme thing to say.
It's an intense thesis.
Honestly, I think his video is probably the most dangerous that I've ever covered because like it got like 1.3 million views too, and I'm like, yo, 1.3 million people are gonna watch this and be
able to apply what you're learning in school to the social media space. Like that seems like a pretty unique.
Yeah, actually, I meant to send it to you. I completely forgot. But actually, in terms of social, because after you made your response, I'm like, well, let me see because I know there's stuff that says social media. We know social media, like addiction is a risk factor, 100%. And especially when like you get parents that aren't very involved and just put their kid on the phone. There's actually a lot, well, maybe not a lot, but a couple papers that came out of South Korea that actually did go over cell phone addiction. And what they found was like cell phone addiction can be a risk factor, which like, it can play into kind of whether you're biosocial and they have angry tendencies, or even if you're like classical. Social media and like phone use can absolutely play into it. But again, as if you have parents that regulate your time on it, it's not a risk anymore. In fact, sometimes it actually helps with socialization if your parents regulate it properly.
Gotcha.
So yeah, South Korea's got some stuff coming out about that. So I would suggest if you want to look at that, I would try and look up some of those South Korean stuff. I can send them to your way if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to take a look at that.
But shoot, I just completely forgot what I was about to say. That's crazy.
Well, maybe if you wanted to talk a little more about the schools between the classical and positivist.
Well, yeah. So really. Again, as I said, and as you probably saw from the modern theories, today they are kind of not interchangeable, but they're swapped to a lot. And it's like you have social learning theory, which I think I brought up in our emails, which is technically I think it's the classical school, but it also is very much the positivist school at the same time, because it's like, depending if you grow up in a environment that is like positive towards crime, they're going to teach you how to commit crime. And then you have definitions of crime, which is like, the law says this, but what do I actually think? Like speeding. The law says speeding is bad, but how many of us go like 10 over, So then that's kind of where it is. So if I think jacking cars isn't really that bad, then I'm going to have a moral compass that reflects that. So then it's like, again, you have that environmental kind of positivist influence, but at the same time, then when I go to jack a car, I then rationalize like, okay, well, this is what my compass is saying. And then like, so it delves into both. And it gets muddy. And I'm sure I'm also messing it up. I bet there's going to be like someone with a PhD in criminology, and I'm going to get an email tomorrow, and it's like, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
You pretty soon.
Hopefully, yeah. No, I was just talking to my academic advisor about that earlier today. And I'm like, yeah,
so you're currently enrolled in grad school?
No, I'm wrapping up my bachelor's, and then I'm going to be going to grad school after.
Okay, so we're like the same age.
Are you still in college?
I just finished school like 2 months ago.
Oh, really? What'd you major in?
I officially majored in political science, but
yeah, you hit me as someone that likes
between that and history.
You hit me as someone that very much liked that. Like when I was going through, like I saw your older videos, I'm like, damn, like, whoa, no one talks about that. What the hell? Like I forgot what it was exactly, but I'm like, that's, whoa.
I appreciate that.
But.
And what are you majoring in?
Criminology. So, and
Okay.
juveniles definitely are, as I said in my email, juvenile justice is very close to my heart.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't even realize that's an undergraduate major. I would have figured that was
well,
just like.
no, it's not an undergrad major, but like you get very free electives. So I've taken a lot of electives on crime prevention and juvenile justice, and then I'm hoping in the master's program you can very much lean towards juvenile justice, which is what I'm trying to do myself. But
Okay, nice.
it's
And
very
what was
vague.
the reason you wanted to go into such a specific field?
Well, like, I'm gonna be honest, criminology sounded cool. That's the only reason I clicked it. I was originally gonna go to law school, and
I
I'm
was
like,
prepared for like, when I was like 6 years old, I like murdered 3 elderly
no,
women.
no, no, no. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I'm like, I think I want to go to law school. I'm like, let me look degree. I'm like, criminology. That's a cool sounding word, and I clicked it. And it's the
Okay.
lamest, like, because so many people are like, yeah, like you're saying, I had this thing happen to me, and I knew from that day forward I want. And I'm like, yo, I just like clicked the button, and I got lucky. But I ended up really loving it, and I've had a lot of experiences where that has reinforced it. And again, with the juvenile, like I've worked with at-risk youth, and it's like, which is again why I'm also very passionate in my videos and the video that I made against you, and also do Manny's video, because I'm like, this is a very sensitive population, and they are very much victims of all of this, which I think we can both agree on is that ultimately they are the victims of poor social media regulation, poor legislation, and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Which that's what I gathered from you.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that. My sister actually, when she was in college, she saw that there was like this after school club or elective called forensics. And she thought it was forensics as in analyzing a crime scene, but it turned out to be speech and debate. And she just like was so entranced by the name.
Really?
That's what she did for the next 3 years.
Forensics has such a broad use as a word, because like I was even in the paper I wrote, because I was going over like insane asylums, and they mostly referred to like people admitted from insanity plea. They refer to them as their forensic population. I'm like, why the hell did they choose that word? That's the forensic population in state hospitals. And I was like, that's the strangest word. Like they sound like
Yeah.
cadavers when you say that. What? Like, why did we choose that word?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's so silly.
Yeah.
But
Well, so yeah, how long do you have? One more year of school before you go into grad
yeah,
school?
yeah, I'm hoping to wrap up my bachelor's this year, and I gotta pay off my bill. I just got kicked out of my classes because I owe money, which isn't fun.
What?
Yeah, no, it's super fun. But
Barry, my friend, you got kicked out of school?
well, it's because I owe money, so that's why I'm doing this whole YouTube thing.
Is that really? That's such a crazy origin story.
Yeah, no. So literally, the reason I started was because I was just bored after moving into my new place, and then like people love my first video. I'm like, "Yo, I found a part-time job."
Wow. Well,
So
congratulations. I hope it's
thank you,
working. I
thank
mean, it
you.
seems to be working out. Hopefully, you'll be able to be back in school soon.
I'm hoping, yeah, no, I'll get my bill paid off this weekend, but yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay, that's so. Like
it's
this
just
week
annoying.
is like the culmination of your sort of 2 year YouTube journey.
Oh no, I've only been doing it for 3 months.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Then it's worked out even
No,
quicker
I
than.
got super lucky. I got super lucky.
Yeah, that's great.
But I guess kind of diving back, into the conversation, I don't want to get too off topic, is I guess I do want to say, if you don't mind, I would like to try and like reword your argument from your video, or kind of like
Sure.
redo it so I think, because again, like I said, I think you have a really good argument at your core. Like I think you identify very valid things such as social media use, neglectful parents. Oh my God, I get one of my professors. He's like, every time there's an incident, he's like, yo, I'm gonna strangle the parents if I see any more like mass shooters in like the guy in Georgia. Did you see that he just went to prison
No, I
because
didn't see
so
that.
his kid shot up a school, and it's because the
Oh,
father gave him an AR-15, or maybe not an AR-15, but some kind of assault rifle. And the mom and the school and the prosecutor's office were like, why on earth would you ever do that? This kid had like huge issues with him. And even like the school contacted the father, and it's like, yo, you really need to get him help. And he's like, I will buy him a gun. That sounds good. But now he's serving like 30 years in Atlanta. So,
wow. Yeah, I heard a vague headline about that, but I didn't know the
yeah, no,
details.
it's crazy. I mean, it's another the whole parents going to prison for the school shooters is really interesting right now. And I honestly I don't know how it's going to hold up constitutionally, because
Yeah, I mean that's
I feel like
you
you
know,
could challenge that very much on Eighth Amendment grounds.
sure.
But
Eighth is cruel and
yeah,
unusual.
yeah. Because I mean, it's like it's the kid doing it. So can you hold the parent responsible? I think that's definitely going to be something that's going to have to be answered. But we'll see. But anyway, back to it. No, I think you identify great things. And again, like I was saying, if I think you would really love social bonds theory. If you don't, I love social bonds theory too. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna kind of geek out on it real quick.
Yeah,
Which
tell me.
I think it went over in the readings I sent you. But yeah, so it's pretty much as you identified is like when you were saying that kids don't socialize anymore. That's literally all social bonds theory is. It's literally how do you socialize with your community, your neighborhood, teachers, parents, religious organizations, government, city, whatever not. And so basically, the whole thing is saying that as long as you got good socialization, like you have strong ties to your community, whether it's like, you volunteer or you had a really good upbringing, or even if you had a really bad upbringing, but say you get married or something. So suddenly it's like, now I don't want to go to prison, or you have kids. That whole thing is you won't commit crime because basically you have something to lose, is what social bonds. It's like it gives you something to lose. But again, with the social media, and actually this is crazy because I literally wrote a paper about this 2 years ago. I argue that social media is acting as kind of this new platform to rival the classic social bond places like school, like your community, like your parents, churches, whatnot. And like, the devious licks trend? Because I directly cited that.
Oh no, I don't know that.
You don't remember, like they were stealing urinals and stuff? You don't remember that? Like right after
I
COVID?
no, that is
Really? Oh
yeah.
no, it was like kids like stealing like urinals and things from bath. It happened in my high school too. Like someone stole a whole security camera and like posted it on Snapchat at my school, and we're like, why would you do that?
Wow, I would
But
always
yeah,
do that if it's a flock camera. If it's a regular,
no, this is like a regular. I think someone even stole like a sink from my school. So the whole thing was like just stealing property. But basically, what I'm like is, what I argue is that social media, because it was all about social media. Social media is acting as kind of this rival arena for kids to socially bond to. So it's like the big thing we really got to ask ourselves as a society is how do we prevent social media from being like the place kids socialize at? So,
Mhm.
like you were pointing out exactly where it's like kids spend a lot of time online. And it's like you can make good communities and social bonding online, but is it also deteriorating these other things? And that's where like we get like in my opinion, where we get a lot of like the pranksters where it's like do it for the Vine, do it for the views, do it for the TikTok or whatever. And you get people that are like, like what was his name? Jack Doherty. Now he's in jail or whatever. Where it's like these people that just do these things for these views and the social media attention and just violate these
The word
laws and social norms. Yeah, no, because he had I think he had weed on him in Miami, either weed or meth.
Oh, okay. I thought it would have been for a YouTube thing. But okay, so let me ask you this, because this is what I'm still haven't figured out from your thesis. Are you saying that social media is giving kids a new generation of kids the social bond that prevents crime, and it's just like a new form of the same thing that was preventing crime? Or are you saying it looks like it's a social bond, but really it isn't, and that's why it's so harmful because it's taking kids away from real social bonds that prevents crime?
It is a real one, but it is taking kids away from the other social bonds. So that's my whole thing is that I feel like, again, when you care about these online platforms so much, suddenly it's like I don't care about what my neighbor next to me cares about. I don't care about what like the guy that runs the store down the street cares about. I care about social media. And that's where like I think your argument would really be strong is what if, or not what if, taking that social bonds, because and a big thing about social bonds is also the parenting, the quality of child rearing, which again, like it all goes back to the parents ultimately, is unfortunately how it is. Like sometimes I wonder if maybe we should have a test to become a parent. But but no, that's what I would think. And I think that's honestly probably one of the strongest things. If I was to reword your argument, it would be through social bonds theory or social learning theory, which is kind of basically the same thing. But like again, my whole thing is like I think social media absolutely is deteriorating those social bonds that we used to see, and we've seen it already since the '90s. Like community has gone down. I mean, loneliness in Gen Z is like the highest since the previous generations, right?
Yeah.
I forget the exact numbers, but it was like, and I think that's very much a result of social media and social, like think about like Tinder and how it's like, it wrecks people's mental health, or like Instagram and people get body image problems, and that's what I think is it. And I think that's where we would agree is that in terms of social bonds, social media is doing very bad things because it is making us not really care about the people around us or the community we're in and very much about these online platforms. And then, you throw in like Meta and all the other companies that just want to make billions and billions of dollars, and it's kind of a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's something like 12% of like Gen Z has no close friends at all.
It's
And
insane. No, it's tough. And someone that went through that, it's not fun. It's I can see how people end up becoming very angry at the world and wanting to attack other people, or like again just break societal norms, or get depressed and then eventually harm themselves. Like this is definitely an issue that I think is very pertinent, and I think you do a really good job of highlighting that this is an issue. My issue is just how you framed it.
sure.
But anyway, what are your thoughts on that? I want to know.
Sure. Well, yeah, I would definitely agree with what you're saying. Like, I think we've seen trends in increasing, like, I'm sure you've heard of Bowling Alone, right? That book from sociology.
I don't think so.
Okay, it was just like this book by Robert Putnam called Bowling Alone that came out in 1994. He's this sort of sociologist figure who reported that activities Americans used to do in groups of friends, like bowling, for example, but like
Yeah.
going to movies or mini golf or whatever, they're increasingly starting to do alone for the very first time because of how isolated we've become.
Yeah.
And like this was 1994. He didn't know what isolation was because it's just gotten so much worse in the last few decades, and I think social media is like playing a huge part in that.
Oh,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, and like I've seen a lot of it firsthand, but I think it's like probably even worse in like the upcoming generation. And so I would say the social isolation you're talking about, like the poor social bonds where so many people don't feel connected to the people in their lives. Oftentimes, like our closest friends are just on the internet, and a lot of people like don't have good parents. Sometimes they don't have good parents, or sometimes they have good parents who just don't know how to deal with like modern.
That's what I thought after Spawn, or not even during your. I forget what I thought, but I'm like, you could also like if you live with a grandparent and like they could have the greatest intentions to work, but they just don't know the technology. So it's like
Yeah,
obviously they're not going to have the oversight because I
yeah,
think that was
especially
another
for
thing.
older parents.
Yeah, yeah. They pull up the AI images and they're like, "Is this real?"
Oh my gosh, like
The dog or the alligator throwing the rock.
yes, bro. I have to say, mom, no. I'm like, I did not get kidnapped in like southern Tibet. Okay,
Oh my, yeah. Oh, my parents haven't been hit by any scans, but my parents have fallen for AI before. I think my mom showed me like, James said, look at this tiny house that's affordable. I'm like, look at the Tesla logo on the side. It almost looks like a swastika.
yeah, and they'll be like, hey, it's only $300. Like, what a steal! Like, you should
It's
buy
like,
this.
yeah, it's almost like it's not real. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, something else I mentioned in my video today that talked about social Darwinism also mentioned how, ironically enough, our generation, I should say, because we're like the same age, we are increasingly listening to like older music and watching older movies, while the previous generations are listening to like new AI music. They don't even realize it's fake.
That's crazy if it's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah, it's so bad. But anyway, so I think all that has like created this like perfect storm where Gen Alpha and just younger Gen Z to an extent have become the guinea pigs for this new world order that nobody voted on, that nobody deliberated about. We just released, and we're
Yeah.
just trying to like see what happens and maybe mitigate the damage sometimes, like
And
on
that's
Wednesday.
yeah, that's also my thing. It's also like with how rapid technology is, we can't really form strong like social like cultural kind of habits around evolving because I think of like the telephone and think about when the telephone was first like when we have phones today and you pick it up, you say hello, who's this? They say it back, right? But I mean, think about when the phone was first invented. What would they have said on the phone? You know, where and then they had all that time to kind of like develop that culture of speaking on the phone. But today it's like by the time the technology comes out, we're already moving on to the next thing. So it's like it's so rapid we can't before once we find like think about like I don't know, this is gonna sound cringe, but like how people in Reddit comments say like edit, like that little edit, like that little formatting to it. But it's like today it happens so fast. It's like we can barely even like make proper social and cultural like traditions that are good on this technology.
Yeah, or adaptations.
That's the word I'm looking for. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I only found out like 3 months ago that \s means sarcasm. I just
It
I didn't
does.
know. Oh,
That's
okay.
something I didn't
Well,
know.
I'm glad I'm teaching you. Unless that was like,
What's the oh 07 too? I always see oh 07. I'm like, I got no clue what that means.
oh man, that's got me stumped too. I've got no idea. I guess there's a couple of Discord people who can't use Discord trying to figure out internet slang. But there was something else interesting that I was gonna. Oh yeah, just what you were talking about like how phone culture has developed much slower than internet culture is today. I don't know if you know, but when Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call, he answered it with "ahoy," and he thought everyone should answer phone calls
I
with
did
"ahoy."
not know that. It's
He
like
thought that was going to be standard.
it's like the Chips Ahoy guy. They're like, with the blue hat and whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if actually there's some connection there. But yeah, no, I'm totally behind you. And with things changing so much, like we're not able to create studies on every problem that arises before we have to do something about it, and that's partially why we've become so paralyzed and we just do nothing.
No,
And
that's I agree. And my big thing is that, and this is the thing with criminology, as I said, is like infotainment, and it's like we need to look at things, but also not kind of see the forest for the trees, so to speak. Where it's like we have these phones and social media is getting bad, but we also need to look at why are they on social media so much? Let's look at what the parents
yes,
are doing. Why?
yes,
Let's look at what the companies are doing. Let's look
yes,
at the legislation.
I completely agree with all that, Jameson. And something that I feel like nobody appreciates that I'm so glad you brought up is sometimes you'll have kids who, as you've studied in depth, have these lives where essentially their new social bonds is on social media and they're on it for many hours a day or even just some hours a day, but whatever. It's like the lodestone of their social ecosystem. And then you take that away with like a phone ban or whatever, which can be good in some cases, and then you don't replace it with anything. So
Yeah,
they have
no,
this
100%.
oh,
That's the big issue that we have. Really,
yeah.
in criminal policy in general, it's kind of like, all right, we did this, and it's like, what about the rest? And it's like, who cares? Come on, like I think to like the tough on crime policies, and it's like, all right, we put them in prison for 30 years. What are we gonna do when they get out? It's like, who cares? I'm not gonna be in power when that happens,
Yeah, it's not going to help their election in the midterms.
Yeah,
So
exactly. No, I completely agree, and that's again, even working with at-risk youth. Some like teenagers definitely they were very much like they want to be on their phone. Luckily, my boss was really good at getting them off screens, but they were like any chance they could get, they were always like, "Let us go on TikTok," or they wanted me to actually play Rainbow Six Siege with them. I'm like, "Yo, I'm not doing that."
okay, I don't know that game, but I'll.
It's like it's one of the worst games on earth. But they were like, "Mr. Jameson, just play Rainbow Six with us after program." And I'm like, "I'm not doing that." And they're like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Well, A, it's unethical. I'm not supposed to like interact with you guys that personally. B, it's after hours. I'm going home. And C, I hate the game."
Yeah, those are three strong reasons, I gotta say.
But yeah, no, I agree, and that's again, like I said, I think we probably agree like 1-to-1 on a lot of stuff. Like honestly, the phone bans like from like the one in Virginia, when I heard about that, I'm like, it doesn't go far enough. A parental exception, that's stupid. Just ban it
Yeah, I agree.
altogether. I hate because again, it's if it goes back to the parents. What's a like parent who doesn't know these things or doesn't care about these things gonna say when their kid asks if they can have a social media account?
Yeah, exactly. And
Yes.
think about the parents who are on the fence. If parents are on the fence and they hear a bunch of their kids' friends' parents are
Oh,
saying
exactly. Yeah, peer pressure.
it completely enervates the entire initiative.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's like
I'm
again,
glad you
it's
said that because that's actually mildly controversial in my own audience. I think like most people agree with us, but there's a small contingent that says like phone bans are a total scam. It's just the flock people trying to take power, and like they've got a little bit of an argument. Like it can be executed poorly,
oh
especially
yeah,
if
100%.
anything.
I'm so down for strict social media bans for like I honestly, in my opinion, I think like 12 and under, just no social media at all. I think that would be the
I
best
agree.
thing possible because I mean, ultimately, social media should like enhance what you have, not replace it, in my opinion. But that's the
True.
issue: is it is replacing these things for a lot of kids.
Well, now I think you're getting very philosophical right now because that's something I've been really considering the last couple of days, which is social media. When you can think about when it originated, its like mission statement or its fundamental ethos was you're living a life. You Jameson have got your fun times at grad school or your side job or
Taking
whatever.
pictures of my food and whatnot.
Now that you're a celebrity on YouTube. Well, you want to like share your life with your friends, and it's
Yeah.
basically about your real life. And social media is just completely supplemental, secondary to that.
Well, it's
But
com-
of
it's
course,
yeah.
social media has so much become the thing that real life emulates or comments on that it's that now we are basically basing our real life around social media, and that is what Gen Alpha and like younger Gen Z is growing up in, which is a system that no person would ever devise intentionally.
No,
It's
like
the,
Satan himself.
incentives. Yeah, exactly. The incentives for like these companies to just increase watch time without us like doing anything about it.
Yeah.
It's created in the situation that no one asked for, but no one can escape either way. So
Yeah, I mean, even I'll go even further where it's like, think about news companies, when they started consolidating, and it's like, how are you going to get all your information? Well, I go to one of the three companies that own all the news,
yeah,
so it's like, we have such a warped perspective on a lot of things. And, obviously social media gets the shit on that it deserves, but I definitely think we can trace it way further back to, like, again, news companies and these big companies just consolidating and everyone just being like, don't worry, it'll figure itself out in 20 years, which,
yeah,
that definitely worked out in 2008.
yeah.
So, thank you for the donation, Trans Ginger. Oh, always
Shout out to you,
yeah, my
Ginger.
audience keeps bullying me for donations because they're like, now I can't feed my kids. I'm like, well, don't donate then.
Oh boy,
I'm
that's
not a
funny.
big fan of donations, but yeah, no, I think we agree. I hate, like,
Your audience is very entertaining. I gotta say, like,
they're a colorful group. They're a colorful group.
yeah,
But and that's my thing is I completely just lost what I was about to say. Completely. Oh, social media. It's like it's like you were saying. It should enhance what we already have, not completely replace it. And my issue is, again, it's doing that and the long term effect, especially with COVID. COVID's the big thing that criminology and sociology is looking at, because, again, like, the APA did a big study on violence against teachers, which has increased like crazy. It's like gone up at least 10%. It's insane. And
yeah.
they're in the APA is like, the big thing is, we think it's COVID because you had loneliness skyrocket. They were stuck inside. They didn't know what to do. So now it's like, it's almost kind of like a mirror, like 40 years from now when we're all hooked up to devices. And it's like, we really need to avoid this as much as we can. And, hopefully COVID was a bit of a wake up call for a lot of people, which I think it was, but I also think it wasn't.
Yeah, that I feel
Hating
that
COVID.
so strongly, and I
Hate it.
really feel like lockdown has affected so many people who had bad family homes or just brought them away from their close friends when they're having still developing their minds. And I think it created so much harm that I totally agree as like a major part of the
Oh,
violence.
the research that's going to come out of it is going to be so good. Like, one of my professors was like, yo,
Well, good. No,
you guys are already kind of messed up, but like Gen Alpha with COVID, yo, it's going to be a treasure trove of research for the worst reasons possible.
yeah, that's true. I just hate it
And
so
it
much.
sucks. And, like, again, like you were saying too, with the home life too, and that's another thing that I really hate about, like, I was just watching, do you know Reason Magazine?
Yeah, that's the John Stossel like
Yeah,
libertarian.
super libertarian, because I was watching the thing about the private schools in Florida, and I was
Mm-hmm.
watching it, and I'm like, this is great and all, but here's the thing is, like, I think it's like 1% of child deaths happen at public schools. Public schools are the best thing we can give to kids because it is like the best protective factor. Even a kid that's absolutely
That's true.
flunking, yeah. Even kids that, see, that's the thing is with the infotainment is you wouldn't think that, but the truth
Like,
is schools are the safest place for kids,
oh,
even
oh,
when they're.
sorry. Sorry, I thought you meant like of the deaths at schools, 1% of them are at public
Oh,
schools.
no, 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 no. Of
Okay,
juvenile deaths, 1% are at school. Like,
gotcha.
school
And
is
then
the safest place we can put kids. But right now, there's a narrative, especially in, like, Florida and Texas and some of these very conservative red states, of school's dangerous. We need to get our kids out of school and bring them into the home. But the home is where almost all of the abuse happens. So it's actually a huge risk of this, like, kind of growing trend of homeschooling is really risky because, again, a lot of time the abuse is coming from a family member. So if you bring them into the home and they're not going out to school and having more eyes on them, that's an issue. And then, again, with social media, it's like, if you don't get people out in the community, all it's going to do is isolate them, and it's going to keep them in the place where they're more likely to get harmed, which is at home, especially with kids. And that's another big thing I think is an issue too, is that keeping kids on devices inside all the time in the house, that's, just statistically, it's riskier to do that than even if, like, you had an internet cafe or something. That'd be a better solution.
yeah,
Like, it is. I think we can agree. Social media sucks. I hate social media so much. I don't use Discord. I go on Instagram to, like, look at reels of, like, the like Fortnite streamers getting rage baited, and that's it because I think it's funny. I hate all other forms. Like even actually, when I first started my channel, I actually like would get into back and forths with people because like, where can I find more information on this? I'm like offline and in a book, and they're like, you're telling me that there's no resources on YouTube that can tell me about the specific theory you were talking about that has like 10 research papers on it. I'm like, yeah, no, you're not gonna find that online, believe it or not, unless you go to like an actual university's library website. You are not gonna find that on YouTube. I can guarantee you that.
Right.
So yeah, I'm all for getting kids off phones. And again, I think it is indicative of just further issues with society, of bad parenting, governments, state, local, and the federal government just not really caring, rampant corporatism, these companies doing whatever the hell they want to without much oversight. And again, that's really the issue I have with your video is just like, shift the blame. It's like at the heart of this, the kids are the victims. And I've gained that that's very much what you believe since we've been talking.
Yeah, it's definitely what I believe. And I do feel like I have like tried to state that, several times in each Gen Alpha video, but it's on me if my message doesn't get across. And, I definitely got like some comments from people in your audience saying that like, it didn't feel like that in every part of the video. And that's just on me to make sure that that's always communicated.
Yeah. So I saw someone, they're like, well, what about, it's not even just for your channel, but people are always like, well, did you look at this video from 2 years ago? I'm like, believe it or not, I didn't actually. When I say I'm going over this video, guess what video I'm going over? That one. So, but honestly, your audience has been like way nicer than a lot of other people. Usually I get like the most vile things told to me, but
okay,
your audience has actually been very nice. So
that's good. That's what I want. And that's what I try to cultivate. So I'm actually really, that's really good to hear that.
Me too. I'm hoping my guys weren't too harassful. Of course, it's the internet and kind of the Wild West. You can only do as much as you can.
Yeah, some of them were thoughtful. Some of them were a little more extreme.
Yeah,
but
no.
Once you were thoughtful, I did appreciate.
I try and call my community out when I can. Like even the Humanity video, even though I'm like, yo, I hate this guy. This guy is spewing misinformation. His policy implications are dangerous for society. But let's not go into his like comments and tell him to go fuck himself. Let's not do that, please.
Yeah.
But and even then, that's another thing with social media. It's very toxic, super toxic. Again, like that's why I don't start a Discord because I know it's gonna just become like a cesspool. like I love my audience, but don't get me wrong. But I just know I'm gonna create an echo chamber by accident, which is again why I always tell people get offline. That's your best thing is to get offline out of the algorithm, out of the news cycle and whatever, and go kind of like. Even though I get on people for anecdotal evidence, if you go outside and experience other things, you're going to open your mind up to new things, Mm-hmm. And that's what I constantly tell. And again, even some people be like, that's a dumb idea. I'm like, yo, buddy, you should try it sometime. It's really nice, actually, living on Earth.
I would recommend.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
No, it's very fun. Oh, well, I'm trying to think of what else. Because, I mean, like you said, I think we agree on a lot. And again, I'll send you stuff over. I'm hoping the stuff I sent you was informative. Because again, I think if you spoke through like social bonds theory and social learning theory, you would have a super strong argument. I'm going to be 100% with you. You would have a really like, and then bringing some evidence, but you would have a really strong argument that honestly, like even a lot of academia is behind you with that stuff. Because even when I talk to my professors, they're like, yo, what is going on right now? like my one professor for juvenile justice, he's like, why are they like on these apps doing whatever, and then the parents are doing whatever, and then the school system, like, what are we doing? This is so stupid. Like, we know it's going to end up poorly, but we're still doing, it's like shooting yourself in the foot 10 years in advance.
Yeah, that's a vivid metaphor. I'm gonna write that down to like just to look even more into the social bonds theory from after you sent.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I forget who wrote it. I think it's he or she wrote it originally, but there's a ton of research. Like I said, your university's library, if they have a website, or if you still have access to it.
Yeah, I finished school a couple months ago, so I think I'm still able to.
Hopefully it's up, but like like if you just look up social bonds theory and then criminology, or even like risk factors in criminology, it will be a treasure trove. You will find stuff. Don't worry. Like there is a ton of research into that stuff. Not with social media particularly, except like very recently. But that would be like what I would suggest is you look into is stuff like that, because that's where you're going to be able to get very ironclad arguments, in my opinion.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's good to know.
So, well,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of settles it. Who would have thought we actually agreed on a lot of stuff?
Well, yeah, I'm just really glad. I mean, shout out to, I guess, Jammies Nation for.
I don't know where that name came from. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Wait, shit, I say it at like. No, I say it at like the end of half my videos. What am I talking about? It's from the Anthony. You know the Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Did you ever see that meme? Like it's like the tiger and stuff.
I don't think so.
I think
Maybe I'm still offline for that.
From him. No, I think it was my 6th video. I did it on that one, and I think that was his thing, because he's like, a lot of people don't know about Sigma males, but I'm gonna nip this in the bud because this is Sigma Nation. Peace. And I'm like, I'm using that in my videos now. That's
wow.
Good. That's actually the video. Besides the 2 that I seeked out positively, the Anthony Spade, why Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males, is actually the one that I think is the best. Besides the 2 that I chose for being good. Like, the guy he says utter, like, misogynistic bullshit, but it's, like, surprising how good at saying
you can overlook all that.
No, literally, it's like, his thesis is amazing. He brings in, like, decent evidence, and then, like, he actually breaks it down in such a way where I'm like, because he, like, goes into, like, he has such a cold line. Every man is born a beta. I'm like, that's the coldest fucking line on earth. You become an alpha or a sigma. I'm like, this is the stupidest shit on earth, but like, he's so close to enlightenment. It's insane.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I love that video. That, like, honestly, that video gave me such. That video is amazing. That's where I'm happy that Jamie's Nation is treating you nicely.
Well,
Nicer.
Now I think so. But I was going to say shout out to Jamie's Nation for us achieving our goal for that charity.
Oh yeah, no, we did. How much did we surpass? Let's see. I gotta refresh it. 310 is what I'm seeing. Oh my god, 10 trillion pop-ups. Still at 310. No, I'm happy we could do that. Again, they seem like a good charity. I'm happy we're able to get that done. Yeah. That's the thing, because usually I don't debate, because like I always tell my audience, there is nothing sadder than an online debate. What on earth comes from them? Like, look at Jubilee. Like, I hate Jubilee. Because what is it? It's just like 40 minutes of screaming at each other. It's so stupid. But then, like you said, charity. And that was the first thing I'm like, hold on. He said charity. I like charity. And usually good people like charity. Maybe there's more to this.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
well, yeah, I'm glad that we're able to do this. So, and like, I think you have like a really, you've helped me learn, more about like the difference between classical and positivist, like not recidivism necessarily, but like crime theories and a lot of the spectrums in between. Like we didn't even go into, but the psychoanalytic theory or some of those other theories.
Oh, it's super, super diverse. And that's my big thing is the biggest thing I always say in my videos is like, these are very complex subjects. Like anything I cover, except the apologies. These are very complex subjects. And that's like my whole thing is like, these are things that we really need to go. Like my whole thing is I hate video essays. I'm going to be 100% honest. I do not like video essays. I think they can be fun and cool. But overall, I hate, like, someone was like, what's a good political video essay? I'm like, none. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, genuinely, I don't think there's a single, like, really good, like, political video essay. Because it's like, think about it, is the amount of, like, nuance in just, like, going into these topics with the depth you need, it just can't be done in, like, unless it's 8 hours long, And no one's going to sit through that, really. Or if they do sit through it, they're playing Minecraft, really,
Yeah. Oh my god.
So that's another thing people get on me. It's like, you don't think there's any good YouTube essays? And I'm like, on topics that are fun, yeah, but everything else, not really. But again, that is my big thing. Is like, just these things are very nuanced. And again, like you were saying, there's a million different angles of child deviancy and delinquency, juvenile delinquency. There's a trillion angles you can take. But like I said, I think you bring up really good observations, really good points, and that's the thing is, I feel like a lot of people's hearts are in the right place. The issue is just like the message that comes across of this is what's causing it. And it's like, this is a part of what is causing, or this is a symptom of the root causes that are causing it. And that's the big thing, is always root cause. That's huge in criminology, is root causes of crime, which I don't know if the readings say that, but if you read any other textbook, it's like root cause, root cause, root cause, root cause, for a good reason. But that's my big thing is, and I think with like you are very good at communicating, and I can tell that you are someone that is really good at getting your message across to people. So I think with that you are, I think you'll not sound cheesy, but I think you'll do good. And not sound condescending. I know that sounds a little condescending, but not sound condescending.
No, it's sweet. I appreciate that, Jameson, and I'd say the same thing to you. I mean, you started this channel 3 months ago, and you clearly have a very passionate support base in the Jammies Nation.
Because some people are like, how are you successful? I'm like, yo, I created like a new market, basically. Who else does this really? And then like, even the people that make videos against me, they end up copying my style anyway. Like the one video that was on me from the Kinoflex dude, he ended up just copying what I did anyway in like a subsequent live stream. It's like, I'm so good, you got to copy me, huh? I'm trying not to get a hot head.
Well, of course, imitation is the highest form of flattery, right?
Exactly. So, yeah. No. It definitely is. So.
Yeah, you definitely carved out your own niche, and in a time when originality can be wanting in many parts of YouTube, that's something that can be good to see.
That's the big. People are always like, "I love your editing style." I'm like, "I have one." I cut very the dead space, and that's about it. Yeah, that's the one thing. I'm very unfiltered. I do feel bad because I came at you very hard, and you're a very nice guy. I feel like that is just how if you see my other videos, I'm just like that to everyone. And that's just me taking the filter off. I'm not like that in real life. I hope I was able to show you that I'm not always like that.
Sure, no, you're much more personable talking, one-on-one. So this has definitely felt productive.
No, I think so. I'm happy, and I'm happy we were able to make something good of this. So for everyone in the chat, go do research, which I know that's a super vague thing, but go look up. That's a good question. But, like we were saying, social bonds theory, go look into that, things like that. And remember, these are very complex things. So that's the main thing. It's just so many angles you can take this at. And I'm happy to see you explore those angles, Casey.
Yeah, and you too. And you've also given me a lot of stuff to think about and read about. So I appreciate that.
All right, well, that's all I got to say. Unless you got anything to say, I think we can call it wraps.
Yeah, I guess I'll just say that totally think that, like, where we are giving like the next generation their sense of belonging is where they're going to like take their social cues. And if we're telling them like by our actions, the most important things in their life is their online,
Yeah, we're setting them up for failure. Let's just be honest. These kids
really are.
I'm gonna just be honest. They're fucked unless we start changing stuff.
Yeah, and with everything from lockdown and how like kids aren't able to like play outside anymore, and how kids are lonelier than ever. It's just
there's another concept in criminology called. So you have your spheres of like kind of socialization. You have the private sphere, which is like your family and stuff. Public sphere, which is the government. But what is happening, especially in crime prevention, is you have something called the parochial sphere, which is a weird hybrid of that private and public life. So that's like your community involvement and like local school district involvement and going to like sports games with like friends and stuff like that. And that's actually a big thing is that, like you were saying in your book, I haven't read that book, but a big thing is that.
It sounds very similar, yeah.
No, exactly. Like third spaces and all that stuff, it's gone away. And the parochial space in America since the 50s has just been annihilated. Mm-hmm. And actually what we're seeing is a lot of tactics from before the 1950s being used. Because I could go on for hours and hours about how the 20th century screwed us over a lot, which
that'd be a great video. I'd watch that.
maybe one day, but no, actually we're starting to bring back a lot of like kind of not ancient, but like pre 20th century informal social controls and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's exactly what you're touching on. It's like, where the hell did this stuff go? And unfortunately,
what if he was like an underrated damaging part of the 20th century?
Domestically, internationally, there's so many.
Sure. I figured you brought up a question.
On the tough on crime policies, I think really screwed us over. It was one of the most, because like fear of crime skyrocketed there, and not that there wasn't there was a huge crime spike, but it's never really come down. And even today,
my understanding was that crime is substantively lower now than the 90s.
Oh, it's some of the lowest some of the lowest numbers since like the 40s, I think. We are in one of the most crime-free eras in American history, at least recorded history.
But you don't think that the response to the 90s crime wave did that?
No. So fear of crime is always like way higher than the actual crime rate. But the thing is, with the 90s, it skyrockets, right? Like crime got really bad in the 90s. So fear of crime got really bad in the 90s. And while crime has been coming down, that fear of crime hasn't really gone away, which, there's a couple of reasons. One, news companies make a ton of money off it. Two, politicians get into office on it. And three, unfortunately, criminology has a severe lack of communicating. So even though it's like we know, it's like these things are really rare, like human trafficking. I always tell people 90% of human trafficking is within a family. The chances of like getting abducted and trafficked are way lower than like your uncle trafficking you, which is disgusting. It's horrible, but we don't tell people that, even though we know it's more accurate. It's very gross how these things we know just don't get spread because either money or politics or whatever gets in the way. So
yeah, it's the worst.
We're in interesting times.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of new stuff going on, and not always for the better.
No, and then social media plays right into that because I mean, think about how many like moms, like my mom will text me and she's like, Jameson, I just saw that the mafia puts T-shirts on windshields so that you get distracted. I'm like, who the hell is doing that?
Bro,
they're not going to do that to me.
Lethal combo.
No, literally. And then again with the whole media thing. So it's insane.
Yeah.
But I think we can very much agree. We need to start changing some shit urgently.
Yeah. And if you can, like, insofar as like you can help affect that, then like
that's my hope. That's why I'm going after my master's is hopefully one day policy decision. Ultimately one day I would like to be like state office and.
Really? You want to run for like Senate or something? Or like
the state Senate, yeah, something like that. Not
wow.
Washington is like.
You realize if you do that, you might have to do a face reveal.
I thought to myself, like, maybe I should make a bet where if I ever get elected, I will do a face reveal.
You should.
Hello, everybody. I'm your governor, or I'm like the representative for District 8.
Yeah, it'd be funny. You're the first state senator without a face reveal.
It'll just be the strawberry elephant thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, that's all I had. Unless chat's got any crazy
questions.
Well,
I'm excited to like maybe hear about your campaign in 10 years. First
I'll hit you up. Yo, endorse me right now, Casey Simpson. And get everyone to sponsor or endorse me, sponsor.
You know what? You guys heard it here first. I'm endorsing Jameson for state office.
Most Vegas thing.
Where whatever he's doing, I don't even know, but whatever.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to see if chat has any good questions. Maybe we can answer some, but no, I think everyone's just happy that we had a happy ending here. Manami is not my president. Well, he's the mayor in New York.
I saw someone said, I love a happy ending, so that's good.
Isn't that from like the A-Team or whatever?
What happened?
Isn't that line from A-Team? Old show
song or the TV
show? The old TV show. I think it was like his whole thing. When a
plan comes together.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, that's the same.
No, they're close. That
is pretty close. Well, I'm not really seeing any questions. Well, my guys, do you guys want to go play Stellaris? I guess since I'm already streaming.
Is that a game?
Yeah.
I'm too ignorant. Well, I'll just say thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you for being open-minded. I know I was very harsh, but it's nice that you're able to take that and we were able to make it into something good.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And, even if there's like a couple things we don't agree on, I think we agree on all the big stuff. And like anything I can do to make my videos better or like affect these problems in a better way is something that'll be useful to everybody.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, if you ever are doing a big research thing, hit me up. And if I got time, I can try and lend some resources.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're doing this stuff like, I don't want to say professionally yet, but like.
Eventually professionally, hopefully.
Yeah, I might take you up on that. So thank you to Jammies Nation for having me and for helping achieve our goal. That's something I'm almost
that's big. I'm happy we were able to get that. So, all right.
Yeah, well, that's something very concrete to come out of this. So, yeah, and of course, again to you, Jameson, for taking me up on doing this. This is
I always love doing stuff for charity, man. That's always what I like. Whenever people come after me, and it's like I probably raised more money for charity in my I had a big fundraiser for suicide prevention, and I'm like, I probably raised more money for charity in like my 3 months than some guys have done in like 5 years. But yeah,
well,
cast judgment on me, fellas.
You waited too long to say prevention. And for a second, it's like I raised a lot of money for suicide, and I was like, whoa,
increase it now.
But that's really great. I've done a couple events for suicide prevention, and that's one close to my heart. I've made like a couple of videos on that. So
Oh, yeah, it's my family, unfortunately. Suicide runs in my family really bad. So, and again, social media plays into it really.
your like immediate family or
Not
extended?
immediate, extended. Actually, I had the reason I did my fundraise because I had a really close friend about a year ago, commit suicide. So, and
Wow.
yeah, I know it sucks. And again, with social media, it's to
I'm
tie
really
back
sorry
in.
to hear that, man. Like that's really
Thank you.
serious, and
Yeah.
that's gotta.
No,
I
so he
mean,
was a really good guy too.
I saw. I was reading this C.S. Lewis essay where he talked about like the different kinds of grief, and he said with like a friend, um, you can sometimes never get over it, and it can sometimes be akin to like losing a limb because you lose a part of you that you shared with that person.
Yeah, no, it's sad. You know, it's it sucks. And again, back with the social media. Social media has been really bad for mental health and suicide. Like I hate the show 13 Reasons Why. I probably will make a video on it.
I literally made it, but I can't believe you said that. So my most viewed video of like my modern videos for the longest time was the one I did on 13 Reasons
Yo,
Why.
you redo it, get me on there, and just give me like 15 minutes. And I
I'm
like
completely
you
with
might have
you.
to
That
censor me a lot because I got some strong words to say about that show. I think it is disgusting how they portray a lot of things.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, and the suicide rate concretely spiked, and I just really resent the idea that there are people alive today who don't have friends, who left people friendless, or never had children, or never majored in criminology, or whatever they were going to do with their lives, and the people that they touched because of that stupid TV show.
It's so gross how they romanticized it, and then they did that like. If you think you're suicidal, call it. It's like, shut up. If you actually cared about this, shut your damn show down. That's what you should do. But
yeah, well, I'm glad there's another strong case of real strong agreement because some people defend that show. So
yeah, like I said, we probably agree like almost 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Which like when you said the debate, I'm kind of like, or no, in your response, you're like, what would we debate on? And I'm like, that's a good question. What the hell would we debate on? Because there'd probably just be a lot of, yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So
well, if you make a video on 13 Reasons Why, I'll like be the first to comment on it. So
hey, please do. I hate that show. All the hate I can send that show, I'm fine with.
Yeah, but man, just because it's such a big thing that you mentioned, like I just really want to say my condolences go out to you a lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like one of the worst.
Yeah, no,
things.
It sucks, man. It really sucks. And again with the whole media stuff, unfortunately that's ultimately what gets lost in the message is how, especially the victims of these horrible, this improper socialization, social media is the victims very much get lost in this. And I worked with at-risk kids, and again, I've seen how this bad socialization pans out, and it's depressing. Like, there's one kid who it's so violent, he got kicked out of every summer camp, and he had basically no future if it wasn't for like the organization I was working for. And then there was another girl who she was raped, and she got kicked out of everything because she got violent. And it's like, yeah, no shit, she's got to get violent, dude. And it's like it's sad. That's the thing. It's unfortunate. I think the victims really get forgotten.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by you working with. I don't know much about your organization, but it really sounds like it's making a difference in a lot of.
I don't work with them anymore, but like that was the most rewarding work I've ever done.
Was it like the Boys and Girls Club or?
No, it was like a state chartered charity. I don't want to give too many details because not only
Sure,
for my own protection, but also I signed an NDA.
We'll save that when you run for the state senate. That's
well, even no, like I had to sign a pretty big NDA for that too. But and that actually one thing I do want to say for people, if you can volunteer and go like do a mentorship or something for kids, that is the best thing you can do is volunteering as a mentor, because that is the most effective. Like it reduces the chance of being in prison, violence, joining gangs, gun violence. Mentorship is the craziest, like the best thing you could do ever. So if anyone wants to volunteer, go try and find like big brothers, big sisters, or stuff like that.
I completely second that, and shout out to Fast Iron for donating $10.
Fast Iron donated a lot. Thank you, Fast Iron. Star Fruity. Yeah, Fast Iron also volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Club I tried to do the Boys and Girls Club because I love the Boys and Girls Club, but they didn't have a thing that I could set up. So, all right, well, I think that's wraps. I know I already said that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, it's just listening to the chat. You guys, it's very cool. Everyone's trying to support each other, so that's good to see. All right, well, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, this was actually
This is
quite
technically my first collab, by the way.
really.
Yeah, well,
Really?
not technically, it just is my first collab.
Well, might not have been the collab everyone expected to be your first, but I'm
Hey, you know
glad
what?
to
I
be
think it
it.
was a good end result. I'm happy
Yeah,
with how it ended.
yeah, me too. Yeah, thanks for having me, Jameson, and I
Of
might
course.
reach out to you
Yeah, absolutely. If you ever want,
on research or something.
opinion, someone more involved in academia, hit
Or
me up.
or to like be an advisor on your state senate campaign.
Yeah. Get me Casey Simpson. Who's
I'll give
that?
you I'll give you some
You don't need to
custodial.
know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Good luck with everything. And yeah,
Awesome.
see
All
ya.
right. Thank you, Jameson.
See
Thank
ya.
you, James
Bye.
Nation.
Thank you for
I'll
being on.
see you
I'll
guys
see
later.
ya.
And that's so funny. Oh my gosh, I have to do one more comment. I can't believe we're doing this on Google Meets instead of.
You know what, man? When
It's
life
so
gives
funny.
you lemons.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
But,
Well, all right. Catch you
all
guys
right.
later.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. What are we all thinking, fellas? I thought that was very good. I'm going to reapply my filters because I'm sure I sound like shit right now. No, not a compressor. Mm. How's that? Absolutely fluffing up. Audio. Sorry, I'm burp. All right. So, what are we thinking, fellas? I think Casey Simpson is a very nice man. I think he has a good heart. Like he said, even though we probably disagree on the finer details, it seems like we probably agree on a lot. Not addressing the yeah. Is that at least a little better? That's what I. How's that? Better? I meant the regular stream. How's it now? I turned the compressor off. I'd maybe play another horror. I'm thinking we play a little Stellaris tonight. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be. Like, very quickly in our email conversation, we're like, a debate's not going to work. We agree on a lot of stuff. Really do. No, this is my most success. I got 467 people. 6-7. By the way, there's your bets for everyone that bet. I was going to say 7. Oh, 07 is a salute. That makes sense. That makes. It's still cutting out? Oh, I know why it's cutting out, because it's stupid. How's that? Noise gate was set up bad. Oh, 07. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I am James Jonah. James Jonah. You all have to refer to me as my proper title, though. Is it better? Is it? Hoping it's better. OBS has been a real dick to me. Yeah, no, it's still. How's that? Is that a little better? I'm still fucking with the settings. I should probably do this privately. That's even worse. How's that? That's probably better. Oh, you may not call me by my name. The real life Spider-Man is humanity. Alright, OBS is saying the microphone is better. What do you guys think? Is the mic better? Yeah, this was supposed to be more of a discussion. Because again, like I said, Casey and I agree on a lot of stuff. We agree on a lot. And again, like he very much had, like and my main issue is just how he framed his video. That was my big issue. I thought he framed it inadequately, and he owned up to that. And he's like, you know what, that is on me. Thank you, Casey, for donating. I would donate right now, but I still gotta pay for my classes, so maybe after I get that out of the way. But thank you so much for donating, Casey, and thank you for everyone who did donate. Let's see, what is the fundraiser at? Let's see. Let's see, what is the oh, we're almost at 400 for the fundraiser. That's amazing. I'm really happy we got that. And we want to do Stellaris? What are we thinking? Do we want to just wrap it up here? I'd be down for a little Stellaris. Which Stellaris is a game. I'm probably not going to be doing big commentary. For those who just want to, you know, be here to the commentary. My music comes from this website called Upbeat, and I literally just type in jazz. This jazz. Fast Iron, thank you for donating, but you know, remember, you gotta watch out for yourself as well. Thank you, Fast Iron. You're a champ, Fast Iron. And again, like I said, if any of you guys want to volunteer and really help out, volunteering as like a youth mentor is like the best thing you can do for a kid. Having like a good role model is the effective thing that kids can have. Alright, I think people want. I'm gonna play games. I might rename the stream. Not miss. Bookies, thank you for donating. Sorry, I was tapped out of the chat. Wesley, thank you for donating. Well, being a mentor isn't the same thing as like being a teacher. Bad sector. Again, you know, I don't know what you. It's similar, but it's not the exact same thing. Very much just being a role model. You know, that's the thing. It's being a positive influence. I can't play copyrighted music. Keep that in mind. Gotta get the 420. Well, I think it's good that we got it past 20. Let's see if it crashes tonight. How many people want to bet it's gonna crash? I think so. What do I know? You know what? Yeah, I did force you to donate $40 to charity. Money's going to some good. I mean, it really depends on like what organization as a mentor, but it's like, again, it's your mentor. You're basically like an older sibling that is helping kids who wouldn't get this that they need a social positive way. Being a role model. Thank you, Fonder Gnu, $5. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who donated again. Why? Can you hear me now? I didn't even touch OBS. How about now? I turned my microphone's volume up. OBS is saying that's better. Thank you, Anonymous. Blame OBS. They're being stupid. Alright, blame OBS. I'm probably only going to stream for like another hour, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, game is low. Pause the music. Actually, we'll let this track finish. Half minutes long. We still got... I didn't write a song, I just wrote the solo. I didn't write a full song for my Miranda Sings, I just wrote a solo really quick in G major. I did not write like any kind of solo. Hold on, it's gonna go black for a second. I'm not looking at chat, by the way, right now, guys. Why is OBS being weird? Media player open. I'm assuming you guys cannot see it. We already did the debate, the Adar Rex or discussion. After we had technical issues up until like the 30-minute mark and like the hour 30, where you're gonna see us talking. Why is OBS being stupid? Someone please make OBS have a brain. Could one of you guys do that for me? Figured it out. Game capture didn't work on it. Who would have thought game capture didn't work on the game? Who would have thought? Not me. I'll tell you what. Don't worry, I figured it out. Previous weekend stream, it's Lars in it. Or Ostenian O20. You do want Lars more after. Watch the VOD from Saturday. Yeah, no, sorry. I should have updated it. We already did our discussion. The timestamp is roughly 30 minutes in, and then hour 30. No, Casey's already, he's busy, bro. Yeah. Done something. Here's my circus. I have bread in hand. I actually haven't played Hoi 4. I've played some of the other Paradox games. I played Vic 2, Vic 3, the Crusader Kings. But no, I had a peak of 860. How am I still cutting out, bro? OBS is actually like on me, right? That's crazy. Turn my mic volume up again. How's it now? I'm literally turning the microphone up. Might just take my filters up. How's that? I just took the filters completely off. Yeah, I'm not touching anything that's cutting out. Blame OBS. Is it good now? This is entirely on OBS. Entirely. I've been meaning to play Half-Life. Stellaris is it's a 4X if you're familiar. So it's literally you just build a like space empire. It's awesome. It's like my favorite game ever. Right next to Frostpunk too. Better now? I just turned all the filters off. OBS has been making me so angry recently. Oh, and I got a beautiful yellow bar going around my screen because of OBS. We're doing robots. We are doing a robot, individualistic robot megacorp, and our whole point is to industrialize and produce AI strawberries. I'm not barefoot right now, no. I don't own Half-Life, and I'm trying to save money right now. This is probably more of a one-off, because Casey actually seems like a guy with good intentions. Whereas a lot of the people I cover, I don't think they really have great intentions. This is probably a one-off. Unless I do cover someone, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's talk it out, and let's raise some money for charity. I love raising money for charity. I'll do that any day of the week.
Leaders request content.
Oh, this is big. Okay. So, the commercial pack is going to allow us to build branch offices on other planets. Their planets, the Vrin Stellar Alliance. And this is going to generate us money. If it's a bit loud, it's because the game, like the audio engineers at Paradox are just fucking dumb. I'll turn it down a bit. But there's just certain parts of this game that are insanely loud for no reason. Like, they are about as experienced as I am at balancing audio. How's it now? Is it better? Yeah, sorry it did come in, but it's okay. I just turned it down. Let me know if it's better. Again, Solaris just like some things are like fucking 10 times louder than other things, so I can't control that too much. But anyway, what the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, so let's try and open a branch office. My voice is pleasant? Thank you. I don't think so, but thank you. A lot of people comment to me on my voice, and I don't think it's that good. The discussion was very productive. Casey's a very nice guy, and we agree on a lot of stuff. And I gave him some resources for theories, and I pointed him some directions with research, and he said he's going to incorporate that in his videos going forward. 900 influence, holy shit. 72 trade though. Trade is big. We love making trade because we can turn trade into other things. So yeah, so this is a branch office. So it basically, depending on how much trade this planet produces of the other empire's planet, we are going to basically, because we're adding trade to the planet, and we're going to be able to kind of not scrape some off the top, but depending on how much trade the planet generates, we're going to get a kickback. Your voice is pretty good, not gonna lie. You got me hooting and hollering and slapped my belly laughing, bro. Okay. That ASMR was really nice, but I had the girl's voice off. What? We love trade here at Gymnation, if y'all catch my drift. No, I don't. What was your drift? What's your drift here? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? No, that's why I agreed to do it with Casey, because again, I feel like he has good intentions. And like I said, my main issue with this video was just framing. I agree with him on a lot of shit, if not one-to-one. The last hour of this is gonna be gaming, because it's I'm already here, you guys are already here. Flock cameras. It's going to be really interesting because I think you could make a Fourth Amendment argument against them. Since the police aren't supposed to use anything that enhances their senses unless they have a warrant to do so. So the example is if you are growing weed in your attic, the police can't take thermal goggles and see there's a lot of heat in your attic and then search you. They need to get a warrant first. They need to find out that you're growing weed without some kind of sensory enhancery device. So I'm really curious at how, because it uses AI to scan traffic plates and faces. So I'm really curious if that can be a Fourth Amendment violation. And with how, with what Chief Justice Roberts said in the one case about cell towers and the government being able to take basically your location from cell tower companies, the Supreme Court, Chief Justice Roberts, even though some of the Supreme Court disagreed, Chief Justice Roberts and the majority said, no, that's too far. This is a Fourth Amendment violation. So I think you probably could make a case that it violates the Fourth Amendment. I think so. But also, I'm not a lawyer. Some of them were stalking people. That don't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Let's see. What do you? How many? You make 7 consumer goods, which is decent. You make Unity, which we don't super need Unity. You make 10 consumer goods. What does the economy on this planet look like already? Oh shit. Oh, that's perfect because they're ocean faring or whatever. So actually, they already produce a ton of consumer goods. Flock cameras are communist, I guess.
Incoming transmission.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not getting into any political discussion. Yeah, their voice being loud, I can't do nothing about that. That being loud, I can't do nothing about that. That's just the game. And I apologize, but that's literally just the game. That going on right now, the fucking whale noises, nothing I can do. I'm probably going to stream this weekend. Streaming schedule might change a bit. It really depends on my roommate and my school schedule. So streaming is I would like to do streaming every week, but again, it really depends. Unfortunately. So, you guys will have to bear with me, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get an apartment. I got a roommate again. I already did lower it. I can't. It's the game. It's the game. There, I'll lower it to minus 10 decibels. I already did do that in the sound mixer.
Market outlier identified. Market survey complete.
I can't turn down the voice volume. I don't think there is a setting for it specifically. Advisor ambient effect. Let me try and turn that effect. No, I don't think the effect is it. It's not. It's just like it's not. It's not the effect volume. Like the game is just loud for some fucking reason. Yo, Stellaris director. I still forget your name. Still fuck with the ponytail though. Yo, turn down some of this shit, man. Or have a separate slider. I already did. I already did twice. Let me know if it sounds better now, because I just lowered it again. How was that? Was that still loud? Because if so, I'm going to have to pretty much mute the game. Here, let me try something. So I still want you guys to be able to hear, like, the music and stuff. I don't want to mute the game. I forget the exact specs of my PC. I'm trying to think. Oh, did I not change those saves? No, I did. I forget my exact specs, but my big thing is I have a 3060 Ti, and I got 16 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, I could make it up by doing ASMR, huh? Yeah, but the music in this game is really good. Just make whale noises in replacement for the game or something. How was that? Was that better? No, I built it myself. Well, I built it with the help of my friend. He sent me a motherboard. And for the longest time, I was using actually integrated graphics. All right, I lowered the game. The game is at negative 20 decibels. The game's at negative 20 decibels, so. Oh, here we go. We can actually go do this. How is that? Is it better? Is it worse? If so, maybe I will just mute the game. He'll play the jazz. Where's the military ships? I am not clenched right now. Nope, I am not clenched right now. I'm not gonna do any ASMR. Discussion was really positive. Casey's a really nice guy. Casey's a very nice guy. I'm turning the music down. So, can I just talk about this? Yeah. Hey, where's the... There's one track that I think is really good. Where is it? I think it's this one. I really like this track. It is not this track. Where is it? Okay, it does go by release. Yeah, February. I really forget what it's called. Oh, here it is. Nemesis main theme. Nemesis DLC was low-key disappointing, but it had some banger tracks. And some of it was really cool. If I could commit one crime and no one could ever commit that crime again, that's a loaded question. That's such a loaded question. That's a very utilitarian question. But I don't know, because I don't want to hurt people. I don't know. I actually don't. Actually, it's probably child abuse. Like, I'd punch my kid so that there's no more child abuse. That's what I would do. Or like something like that. Or like domestic assault. I'd like punch my partner, my girlfriend. Jaywalking? You want jaywalking to be banned forever? That's what you would choose. It's a really good question though, because I think it really I would not lie in court. Oh wait, no, but it would ban it for everyone else. Yeah, that would also be a good one. Wouldn't it? My favorite Terraria boss? That's a good question. No, I don't have a girlfriend right now. I don't. But I decided to punch a kid in my imaginary girlfriend. Yeah, I guess that's true. But like, you know, it's utilitarian. It depends. It's utilitarian. Oh yeah, these guys. We're gonna make them independent, weren't we? Okay, we're still colonizing that planet. And we're gonna make them independent. Oh, thank you for donating. Strawberry Lucilia. Lucilia. 1006. Yeah, the lying that was actually really good. Lying in court, that's a really good one. Librerion made another video, dude. I'm not. The dude's been trying to ride my coattails for 3 months now. No, I'm sure it's as fucking weird as the previous one. You know what he calls his Discord? Kittyland. Like, could you choose a name that sounds any less like a fucking pedophile ring than Kittyland? I haven't watched Doctor Strangelove. I've been meaning to for a while. I really have been, but I just never have. I'm not a big movie guy, to be honest. I'm just not. I don't want to kill people. Also, murder is like kind of subjective. On murder and homicide is subjective. Yeah, no, check his hard drive, literally. You really need to check his hard drive. It's actually like so weird. Yeah, it's very much is Discord mob behavior. It's not my chat. Fuck off. Oh, whatever. No, why would I ever do that? It's such a stupid fucking deal. Alright. That's Catboy Lover's planet. What were we gonna... Yeah, you're gonna be a manufacturing hub, Catboy Lover. That's right. Manufacturing and mining. That's your big thing. I'm not starting a Discord. Opinion on the old Roblox commercials where it was like, it's free? Dude, those commercials were so good. The conversation was good. I think it was productive. We both learned. And I think... Because ultimately what I like, and I told Casey, is I want this to be educational for you guys, like the audience, our audiences. And I think it was. I hope it was. I hope you guys were able to take some stuff away. To learn that Casey is a guy that's very well intended. And also learn some stuff. I mean, he is obviously a very intelligent person. I gave him the theories and stuff, and he like nailed it down pretty well. Like, he's definitely good at synthesizing knowledge. Can I start the crypto coin poll? Yeah, go ahead. I guess, but I'm not claiming any responsibility. Ooh, 50 Unity, I'll take that. Resort World, ew, why would we ever want that? Ew. Oh my god, dude. I got like, for some reason, like part of my lip is raw. I got no, like I must have fucking, like, I might not cover Halo Haley. If she's like Casey, then she's probably well intended. If, you know, maybe she gets stuff wrong, but probably not. I'll probably shift on to other people that are even more explosive. Oh, now I want to watch Casey's video on social Darwinism, because that sounds good. I want to watch that now. Social Darwinism is so interesting as one of the lamest fucking theories on earth. I would not take money from APAC. No, and I would try to avoid corporate money as much as I can. It's back as a KGB. No, I like it was probably like some fucking infected water dropped on my lip. I do like elephants, but actually my favorite animal is a giraffe. Unity. How much Unity does that cost? 250. Fuck that. I'd rather be elected on my ideas, not the fact that I'm an internet personality. No, next stream is going to be the 9th. This was a special stream. The next stream is going to be 9th. The regularly scheduled streams, the next one is going to be the 9th. And then 10th one, I will play Phasmophobia again. I'll make that deal. I'll make that deal. You can hold me to it. I'll make that deal. What do you want? Why are you pinging? I'm trying to think what we could do. Tech. Unity output is really what we should be focusing on, probably. Oh shit, that gives us the Unity back. Oh, awesome. Speaking of Unity, then let's do... and I'll do a administrative office. Hey, you can coerce me again. Oh, I'm happy to hear that user 1718-T4T. That's the main thing that I tell people. Do not get your information from YouTube. Most of it is super like hypocritical, or it just doesn't. Even like my videos that are educational, the reason I tell you guys that it's super surface level is because there's stuff I know I am missing. I know I am not. Even if I wanted to go in full depth, I know I will not go into full enough depth. Coerce me into fighting Jevil again? No, thank you. The part with Casey and me, that was about an hour. And then this, I'm only going to go to like maybe 10. We'll see. My favorite DLC, that's a good, it's like Machine Age was so good. I think Nomads was pretty good, although I haven't played too much of it. Chaz the Strad was good, but it wasn't like great. Utopia is good. I love Megacorp, but I know that's very much a me thing. I know Megacorp, like I rate Megacorp far higher than most people usually do. I know that's a me thing. Federations was also, I don't know, it's really tough. Like I'm trying to think. I mean, Utopia isn't really technically a DLC anymore because they're putting it in base game. I'd rather review another ASMR than do Jevil. Fuck Jevil. I did beat Jevil, but it took me like 4 hours. Watch your tongue, CT7567. Like a clone trooper. So the base thing, go read like textbook. That's like in my American Justice System one. I put the textbook in the description so that you guys can go and find it out. Like you can also find it in the library, I'm sure. But if you guys really care, go get the textbook because the textbook goes into way more depth. So that's why I usually try and put resources and articles that go into a bit more and can lead you to better things. And also, the biggest thing is go to school and learn about it. That's the biggest thing. A school is going to be able to teach you a lot more than any textbook or any YouTube is going to teach you. And if you go to a good school, it's going to challenge you on that information. All right, let's see. Oh no, I can't because we don't have rare crystals. What planet has... Oh. Transginger, you might become a rare crystal planet as well. Yeah, we're producing enough minerals. Yeah, well, let me click on that. Foreign Federation, that's big. I'm gonna try to see if I can get these guys to Federation. Sorry, I know that's loud. Foreign Federation. One day, one day, one day. Ah, man, dude, my lip is just so raw. It sucks. School is bad. Education versus learning. Well, you can learn while you get your education, you know. If you actually care. See ya, King Crab. It was nice having you as usual. I might go Discovery, honestly, yeah. If I do host, like, a game server, it's gonna be Vintage Story. Fuck Minecraft. Vintage Story is way better. Learning during education, this man is full of novel ideas. Yo, believe it or not, a lot of people at my fucking university, that slipped their minds somehow of, wow, I should actually pay attention and, you know, take in the knowledge. Solaris is about doing the genocide or being the victim of a genocide. Yeah, you know, in a nutshell, basically. I hate that I'm going to be in uni for 8 fucking years just to get my gay doctorate. You're going to be a doctor of gayness? That's the thing, dude. Like, the PhD, it's so fucking long. Like, as I was looking at the graduate programs, I saw the PhD. I'm like, yo, no. So many years, and on top of that, it's like, it isn't exactly what I want to do either. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to start building out the space, so when this planet becomes independent, we can actually give them some good stuff. Which they actually are now. I would get bored of Greg Tech. I'm going to just be so honest. I would. I would get bored and just drop it. Just sorry to say that, but like, when I get bored of shit, I just drop it. Oh, city ruins. What the fuck? Who the hell was on this planet? Damn. Oh, who is this planet supposed to be named after? Is it Fluffy? Fluffy Cloud. This is your planet, right? Fluffy Cloud 15. I'm pretty sure this is your planet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 99% sure it is. Yes. Well met. I run a poll for planet names. I'll pick out 4 members, or if there's not enough members, then I'll just pick out 4 random people. And then we run a poll. And it's still 252 people. I wasn't expecting that. My girlfriend before her master's program was dead set on PhD. Now finishing her master's, she proceeded to talk about it. Yeah, I was talking to my professor. He's like, no, if you want a PhD, you're going to know it. Because like grad school sucks, but if you like how it sucks, then you want a PhD. But even then, like for what I want to do, I don't really know if like a PhD, at least in criminology, is applicable. I very much like the application and like implementing things. That's my big thing. It's like I like the implementation of programs and knowing good research and how to implement strong research. Oh my god, hyper relays, that's big. 42250. So you have capacity for another official. So we're gonna do that. Conversation went really well. Well, usually I get about 80 per stream, but I think it's because, you know, obviously I had Casey on here. I mean, the stream peaked at like 900 people, which is crazy, at least for me. No, so the Get Your Own Planet, I run a poll, and I just choose 4 members. And if I don't have enough members, then I just choose someone who chats a lot. Your planet is going to become independent, Fluffy. I'm literally building up the infrastructure so that we can release it as a vassal. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm getting so sidetracked. Strawberry Lucella. Is it Lucella or Lucia? Lucila? Or is it like Spanish? Lucella. Lucella. I don't know if that's the proper pronunciation in Spanish. I need to work on my Spanish. My Spanish is so bad. We're seeing that we first mistook as rogue drones. These individuals live in the periphery of the local high settlement and seem to have acquired partial, if not full autonomy. They seem entirely disconnected from the collective, and some even seem to enjoy leisurely moments comfortably doing nothing. They, however, appear to still depend on the hive for resources. Oh, that's cool. Maybe it's going to split up and they're going to have a big war. Hold on, put on a sweater. Ugh. You have your planet. It's over here. It's just I'm developing it right now. You're gonna be like one of the manufacturing hubs. So all the plants are gonna become manufacturing. I'm transgender. You're gonna become a research and commerce hub. Which I don't know if that's exactly what you wanted, but sorry. Can I put on that Jirai K made outfit you bought me? I will not be, because you did not buy me one. I'm not going to commit a crime, bruh. Ethics, we are authoritarian, xenophile, materialist. We're a megacorp, and then we got shareholder values and brand loyalty. Oh my god, my skin is so raw. My friend gave me dude wipes, and I don't use dude wipes because I know like wet wipes are really bad for plumbing, so I don't use them. But because my skin is so raw, I've been using them for my skin to help like kind of moisturize it and take some of the pain off. In fact, I'm actually gonna take another ibuprofen. This James is a big case what happened. Oh, well, we finished. Ibuprofen, bro. Ibuprofen. See, okay, so I call like Tylenol ibuprofen painkillers. And every time I do that, my parents hate it because they're like, "That sounds like heroin," or like drugs. I'm like, I call them painkillers. It's just like they're painkillers to me. They're not anything else. You know? But like my parents, like you shouldn't call them painkillers because that's inappropriate. Like, what do we think on that? W or L painkiller? Painkillers is the term because they kill pain. Let's see. One nice thing about robots, though, is that you have a very reliable pop growth. Whereas other planets, since you don't have a ton of people, it takes a while. With robots, you know, it's just flat pop growth, which is really nice. At least in the beginning. Then it can kind of get irksome. It's because I'm from a very specific part of Mass, probably. I'm not from Mass, no. From New England, but not Mass. Max Payne is addicted to painkillers, so W. Okay. No, I don't want to buy that many. We'll buy 45. And Oh, I don't really want to dismiss my scientist. 10 years. Oh my god. Fuck that scientist. Hell no. You're not slowing down the council for 10 fucking years. Nuclear warlords, if we do not, they will destroy themselves. Wasn't it a hive mind? Oh, it's splintered. Nah, yeah, no. If they blow themselves up, that's fine by me. Oh well. Boo hoo. My friend's stepdad was generally addicted to painkillers. Like, I know what the... Like, I know that uses that term, but I just call them painkillers. Like, I don't mean nothing by it, you know? But I just call them painkillers. You know? Maybe you don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm just crazy to call ibuprofen and Tylenol painkillers. Maybe that's on me. But I think that's perfectly normal to call them that. No, actually, I want you to be adaptable. Yeah, let's give you this too. Eventually we'll make this guy independent, but they really need to get their population up first. Oh, actually they have a lot of population. I should probably actually give them jobs, shouldn't I? No, don't do a city district. What could they use? So yeah, I'm hoping I can kind of form these guys into a extractionist vassal. Oh, you know what's stupid is that nomads can't have specialized vassals. It wasn't a debate, it was a discussion, but it went really well. Discussion went really well. I'm not playing Pac-Man. Alright, here's my thing. I think Pac-Man's fucking boring. I never, like, saw the appeal of Pac-Man. I always thought it was, like, boring. I've ever seen Pac-Man, I'm like, really? This is, like, why is this so entertaining? Oh, please starve to death. Please, I want your planet. That sounded really bad. You miss smoking weed? Why can't you do it anymore? I don't like fighting games either. I just never really liked Pac-Man. I'm gonna be honest. I just really never liked Pac-Man. Pac-Man is kind of like Dead by Daylight. I don't think so. I don't play Hoi 4. I had a crush on Miss Pac-Man when I was little. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that with the class. Thank you for that. Discussion went really well. Casey's a really nice guy, and we agree on a lot of things. And just between 30 minutes and an hour 30. Transgender, don't send me money then. You don't need to send me money. I don't need you guys to donate. As much as I appreciate it, you guys do not need to donate to me. I will live without donations. YouTuber states he hates Pac-Man and then states he hopes the planet will starve. Evil. Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty bad, isn't it? Alright, now things are starting to roll. Let's go. Penal colony. Yep, we need one of those. Man, this stream is just gonna be full of fucking clips, isn't it? Okay, you need to get jobs first. Let's get some jobs going on that planet first. How much are we getting from trade? 45 from trade, okay. More of that, please. Why the hell did I put that on the planet? What the fuck? What was I thinking? Let's see. Lost tribute. I don't think I've ever gotten this before. Oh, I gotta send a construction. No, that's not that far. Where's my construction? That's not doing shit. Here you are. Where the hell did it go? I just saw it. I was not born. I legitimately don't remember why I put 2017 in my channel name. Like, literally, I don't remember why I did it. I'm gonna be so fucking honest. But it wasn't the year I created the YouTube account. It wasn't like 2017 was not an important year for me. I don't know why I made 2017 the number. I have no clue. I am a strawberry elephant. Yeah, that's true. My doorway is 20 feet tall just so that I can get through it. Yeah. It's true. It's true. I'm telling the truth, guys. I'm telling you. I'm wallahi. Wallahi, bro. Wallahi. It's because I'm the 2017 iteration. I mean, that could be it. Maybe. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because I perfectly have 2017 cells in my body. I like that one organism that's like a huge single cell organism. This is going to become a tomb world. So Catboy Lover, enjoy your planet becoming a tomb world. Nah, I'm still not out of the womb. I used my trunk. I trained with my trunk to be able to speak like a human. Now we have biological pops in our empire. What the fuck? Oh man, I don't want to have to farm food. Your ribs ached when I said wallahi. The video of the dude saying, Donald Trump, please save us, is me. Sure. Bro, I know wallahi because of fucking I Show Speed. That's the only reason I know it. In the edit. Say wallahi, yo. Say wallahi. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. Like, if you guys have seen the original clip, it's so fucking funny. Speed, I don't watch Speed, but he is a funny motherfucker from the stuff I do see from him. He's a funny ass dude. W Seed. Yeah, I'll go Resilient. 20 is pretty good. I'm not evil. No, I don't plan on being evil anytime soon. Actually, Spider-Man is my favorite hero, which is weird because I don't like spiders. But Spider-Man is probably my favorite superhero. Oh, both these fucking blow. Guess I'd rather take Home Guard because I don't build defense Who the fuck builds defense platforms? Like, genuinely. Who builds defense platforms? Oh, shit, sorry. Okay, that's big. We just got hypergates. So hypergates are literally like, basically like space trains is how they are described by the community. So what happens is with hyper relays, if I want to go from this system to this system, I would have like the ship has to go across subspace to get there. But with the gates, they don't have to move. So all they do is just sit and recharge their hyperdrive immediately. And it makes them way fucking faster. It's insane, actually. It's really insane how much faster it makes them. That's on BND? I don't know what that is. If liking Spider-Man is your superpower, then what am I without it? Well, I mean, that's not all I do. It was productive. Productive. Yeah, if I had to use one word, productive. More words, productive and pleasant. Damn, bro. You guys only want fucking money 24/7. I'm not complaining though. I get Unity out of it. Dude, they want so much money. That's what empire. I think like nomads can really rack up a ton of influence easily. Like nomads can like the contract system is so good for nomads. They can rack up influence like nothing. They did good on nomads. I think nomads is really good. Dude, I can't wait for the third Spider-Verse. Third Spider-Verse is gonna be good. I'm so like I was so sad the second Spider-Verse ended on the cliffhanger because I'm like, yo, I cannot wait for the third Spider-Verse movie. Shit is gonna be fire. Oh, you know what we should do? Is we should have when we take the next tradition and get an extra scientist, I'm gonna just put them on doing anomalies so that they can start getting some special stuff. That sounded a little weird. It's not that I had different expectations of my audience. I just did not envision it this way. I'm not trying to say that meanly. I would not have imagined that meowing was so popular in my stream chat. I didn't like Spider-Man 3, like the Amazing Spider-Man 3, or like the third Spider-Verse movie leaks. I didn't know there was any leaks actually. If there was leaks, I had no clue. I saw the GTA 6 leaks. Did you guys know that? Mm-hmm. There's apparently the map got leaked, although I think it looks like an older version of the map. But yeah. Dude, I can't wait for GTA 6. They could charge $200 for that game, I'd probably buy it. Not brand. I'm assuming you're not saying Brand New Day, but no, I haven't seen those leaks for the third one. Oh, I really don't want to do that. That's a lot of research. Oh, that's a lot of research too. I really don't want to do that either. I don't know who Miku is. Was there Elder Scroll leaks? Dude, oh my god. There's very few games I'm looking forward to other than Elder Scrolls 6. And I'm sure it's going to be shit, but like, it's Elder Scrolls, dude. How could I not be excited for it? I love Elder Scrolls. Well, I should say, I love Skyrim. Which maybe that makes me a fake Elder Scrolls fan, but I have so many hours in Skyrim. I would not date a cat boy to save the president's life, no. No, I don't know. Dude, I don't really know anime. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know, like, a lot of anime. I only really watch JoJo and, who is it? Baki. But I dropped Baki, like, months ago. Who's Miku? Here, I want to look him up now. Miku, M-I-K-U. I've probably seen him. Oh, I've seen her. I just didn't know who the fuck she was. Apparently, Jaden Animations made a video with 16.5 million views titled "My Obsession with Hasatu Miku" on May 3rd, 2024, a day before Star Wars Day. I've seen. I don't know. I don't know her. I don't watch a ton of anime. I just don't. I meant her. If I said him, I meant her. It's anime. I'm assuming you guys were talking about a girl. When the fuck do people talk about male anime characters? Hatsune? Is it Hatsune? I don't really speak Japanese. Hank, don't Google translate Miku inflation. Do you mean don't look it up? Miku inflation translates to Miku inflation. Miku is an anime? Dude, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be so... I don't really know Japanese culture too much, you know? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Wallahi, I don't know no anime culture very much. Oh, yeah. Give me that research. Discussion went well. Discussion went pretty well. Normal dude, yeah. What would I review Miku for? So he's a singing synthesizer, and people are making songs with her voice and fan content with her persona. Is she an anime character? Or like, what is she? What is this Miku lady all about? Someone tell me. Riddle me that. Oh, we unlocked penal colonies. That's kind of big. TBH. Oh, wait. Can you not make... Can you make Ecumenopoly into penal colonies? You can. But I'm going to hold off on that. Because actually, we're going to be getting ready for Ecumenopoly soon enough. Because, yeah, when we get this tech, then you can get weather control, or anti-gravity, engineering, and then finish up our third tradition tree, and that will give us Ecumenopoly, and then we can start building up Ecumenopoly and really get our economy going. Stations. That's one of the recent patch buffed stations really well. I think they did a good job with the recent patch. IMO. She's like text to speech but can sing. Oh, so it's like, yeah, it is just a synthesizer. It's a you know, oh shit, you know, I've seen like anime guitar pedals and it like makes it sound like anime people. Sorry if that was loud, I just cracked my knuckles. I've seen like some guitar pedals are fucking funny. I would buy guitar pedals, but they're just so expensive. You know, I actually don't really want to invest in that because I'm gonna hold off on that actually until after it industrializes. You know what? Since I do want to make this into Ecumenopolis, we should really start building this up. Same with this world. We gotta start building this up. How? Actually, do I want to though? Or should we just turn this into like a purely extractionist world? Maybe swap the research over to Catboy Liver. That's not the worst idea. I think I might do that. So Ginger, trans Ginger, you're gonna become just an extraction world is what you're gonna become. I think. And then Catboy Lover, we're gonna move primary science production to you. We're still gonna have research on trans Ginger. But we're not gonna turn it into an Ecumenopolis. It's gonna be much more extractionary. Jamie Miku hair. I don't have Miku hair now. I'm not very good at other Paradox games. I'm not really that amazing at them. TBH. Oh, that's perfect. Oh. Yeah, exactly this job efficiency. Yeah, I want to hold on to that. Sorry, I'm just strategizing so much right now. I'm not going to do a hair reveal. You guys don't get to see my hair. Very Mediterranean hair. That's all you're going to learn. Sorry if that was loud. I may play Civilization. I don't know. Honestly, the Civilization... After playing Stellaris, the Civilization series really never interested me after. Because I used to really like Civilization, but then I played Stellaris and like, real time is where it's at. Oh, I guess it's not really real time. It's just like a turn every fucking, like, 10 turns a second. Am I chopped or what? I don't know. Am I? hello. Greetings, I am the collector, and I have a box for sale. Box obtained through means I will not divulge with a content I shall not save. You may purchase box for 3,000 energy credits and keep whatever remains, but I offer no refunds. Who the fuck are you? I am the collector. I don't know who are Rocks of the Galaxy. Alright, cool. Oh, 1,000. Shit, that was pretty good. 1,000 fucking alloys. That was pretty good. Yeah, ChatGPT did say my fit was tough. ChatGPT did say my fit was tough. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't think Hoi 4 never interested me, except the Fallout mod, Old World Blues. Other than that, Hoi 4 has never, ever interested me. I'm not gay. I'm straight. Misinformation. What is bro wearing? Good question. What am I wearing? Whatever could it be? I don't know. I played a bit of Crusader Kings, but I never really got wicked into it. Oh, Hive Mind, ew. Oh my god, they're fucking, look how big that is. Oh, they're huge. Yeah, I don't really like fighting games. I just don't enjoy them. I'm gonna be honest. I just, for whatever reason, I just never really enjoyed them. My Little Pony mod? No way it's the best. Bullshit. Pull my leg. Probably a shirt and pants. That's what everyone on Earth is wearing right now. Maybe shorts. That's just the fit. You know? Oh, burp. Is that an L gate? I wouldn't mind taking the L gate, TBH. Elephant size clothes, yeah. I don't know any My Little Pony. I don't know any My Little Pony. Not me, I have a full-length ball gown right now. Are you at the ball? I don't have a giant wizard beard, no. I don't really vibe with beards. Not me, at least. Not yet, at least. I tried to grow a mustache out once, and it was a shitty little stiletto mustache that, like, the Karate Kid would have. And it was terrible, and I shaved it off after, like, 5 days. God, these beats. Never played Monster Hunter. I've been meaning to play Monster. There's a lot of games on my list, but it's like... Fallout Faction? Which game? Or overall? Grow out a beard so I can tug on it. What is this, the Iliad? No. Every pony wants you to play it, Jamies. I'm not doing that, bruh. Oh yeah, just fucking authoritarianism for the win. I want to see, did Liberion make another fucking video on me? Because if he did, that is so fucking sad. Ugh. And how can I tell? Because he mentions me in all of them. Let's see. Yeah, he did. 50 minutes long. Oh my god. Jamie spread misinformation about the reality of biological race that was invented roughly 80 years ago for political reasons. Maybe it's because it was disproven, dumbass. Commander Waldo, what a great fucking source. Oh, 139 subscribers. I'm sure he's super enlightened. And amazing citations. Jellies, I don't think in a chat anymore, but race realism is literally just race science, which is a pseudoscience. And again, like I said, if you want to argue that genetics influences behavior, you can. There's a lot of research on it. But the people that argue race realism are never going to be smart enough to understand it. It's just the truth. I guarantee you. Now, I've been thinking about making this video called like modern racists are F tier, because I guarantee you I could construct a better fucking argument in favor of race realism than any fucking other race realism video on earth. Why? Because I actually know how to fucking do research and I'm not a dumbass. Like, I guarantee you, all the race realists, I could make a better fucking race realism argument. Because you guys are stupid. Fucking clip that and send it around. I like milk chocolate. That's my favorite. So... No, obviously, like, I won't do it, but I'm just saying, all the race realists, I could easily make a fucking better argument than any of you ever could. They're so fucking stupid. They legitimately are so fucking stupid. Guys, look at this random fucking news clip. This proves that black people are inferior. I'm not going to do any kind of fucking research into modern genetics at all. Because you could easily twist modern genetic research into racist talking points, but you're too fucking stupid to do that. It is competitive racism. Hershey, dude. I love Hershey. I was thinking about doing a fun video, literally called Modern Racists Are F Tier, and then like just talking about biosocial theories in criminology and sociology. I haven't read Mutual Aid, no. Is it like another racist talking point? The Sam Candles video, I've watched it. Overall, it's like, it's a decent like argument. Well, okay. I don't agree with the argument. It's a decently constructed argument. It's decent. Making that art, the only way to make a better fucking, to make that essay better would be to take it offline. There is no way on fucking earth you are able to make a argument that goes into nuances about censorship of art, specifically when talking about explicit art. Is that what it's called? What's the legal term for like porn and erotica and shit? I forget. So if you want to make like, and that's the thing is she identifies a good like discussion that happens is censoring pornography. And where does porn start and art end? That's been an issue that like legal scholars have suffered with for a long time, because it is really tough. But yeah, no, there's no way to do it in a video, because again, you could write books on this shit. Legitimately, you could write books on it. And again, there's like, and that's the thing. When I said I was maybe going to do it, I would bring up the Supreme Court case law because they do go over it a lot because it is a complex issue. But no, they really, she doesn't really go in it with the nuance I think she needed. But to be honest, I think it was fucking impossible. No, not erotica. It's not explicit. What is it? Fuck. I always forget the word. There's a specific word. I always forget it. I completely forget it. I completely forget the word. Because it's like in non-legal terms, it just means like vulgar language. I always forget it. Maybe it is explicit. Maybe is it explicit? I don't know. I don't think it's explicit, but it might be. But no, I mean, like, she identifies a valid discussion of censorship of art. And again, where does porn stop and art begin? that is a very complex issue, and there's just absolutely no fucking way on earth that you could ever make a good video on that. Because it's such a complex issue. You can't do it. You can't do it. Other than presenting other people's arguments and being like, you should go, not exploitative, no. You should go look at other people's arguments. There was really no way, so. Yeah, so the only way I would improve that essay is by, not profanity, no. It's a synonym for profanity, I think, though. Maybe it is explicit. Hold on. Obscene. It's obscenity. That's what I was thinking of. Obscenity. Obscenity is what I was thinking of. There's been a lot of conversations about obscenity. And the Supreme Court has spent a lot of time talking about obscenity because it is a difficult conversation to have, is obscenity. Yeah, the discussion was good. Casey was very nice. And I hope it was educational. I think it was educational. Yeah, no, like obscenity, again, it is a legitimate discussion that is tough to talk about, but... And she does an okay job of it. But, again, with like... She shouldn't have been so combative, I think. She should have been like, this is a complex and nuanced area. Although the ending, when I think she literally directly says, like, I don't believe in censoring art, even if that is of, like, nude minors. And that's like, no, that's too much. You're never going to get people to agree with you with that. Yes, my door's locked. Yeah, no, like ancestral origin. Like in my race realism video, I literally like, and they were all like, "Oh, so you don't believe in like phenotypes and shit?" I'm like, not only did I say there was ancestral origin, I literally brought in a video from an anthropologist talking about ancestral origin. And it's like, I don't deny that there's genetic differences in populations. What I'm denying is the conclusions you draw from that and the lines you draw upon it, because you are incorrect. Like, and again, and they are ultimately how we group them together is always going to be subjective. I do like history. I'm not a big history dude, but I do enjoy some history. I'm not sharing my room plan. Why? Because it's a pretty sad one. Yeah, the race realist people are just so fucking stupid. Because legitimately, if and I probably will make that video. It's going to be titled, Modern Racists Are F tier. Because again, they just like their arguments are so shit, and they don't have to be shit. And again, they always feel so prosecuted by academia. Academia doesn't believe that genetics influences behavior. Academia thinks that genetics isn't real. No, they fucking don't say that. You idiots are saying that all this bullshit is connected to genetics when it isn't, or it's also influenced by a bunch of other things. It's not just genetics. And again, it's just used to excuse racism. Which, guess what? That was all about oppression. And, like, racism was ultimately about oppressing groups of people. It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Where do I have to send my fucking ships? Oh, there. Oh, well, now I don't have a military. Yeah, no, the internet is nothing but echo chambers, which is why I always tell people, get the fuck off. Yeah, no, exactly. Nope. You said it. It is a very tough, because a lot of it is also intent. Like what? Because that's the thing. I mean, think of like the statue of David, right? He's got his dick out, but that's not porn, you know. Or like a lot of ancient statues, they show nudity, but that's not porn. Even modern art shows nudity. And that's the thing. It's I forget which Supreme Court justice said it, but there was one where it's like, the way to tell pornography, I'll know it when I see it, because that's really the only way. It is a very tricky subject. Genuinely, it is a very tricky subject. And I don't know why Sam Candles thinks that she could have properly covered it in a fucking YouTube video. Yeah, no, the discussion was respect. Casey and I agree on a lot of stuff. And we're both very aware of that. When do I think kids should be allowed social media? At least like until 13. Again, like I said to Casey, I believe in even stricter laws limiting kids on social media. I don't like the parental exception to social media. I can crack my toes, yeah. Would I mod clavicular? If it was just face, maybe. Because I'm not like the most well built. I need to start going back to the gym. Like if it was like full body, yeah, he probably had me. But if it was just face, I probably got a good shot, I think. Oh, even then, it's like what is mogging is like it really depends. Because like I have some of the looks that looks maxing people value, but I also have like a lot of other looks that looks maxing people don't value. But like, you know, I'm a good looking person. From everything I've heard. All the women I have been involved with in my life, they always say I'm very cute. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, nope. You're right on the nose. It is such a tricky subject to talk about. It really is a tricky subject. You're never getting a face reveal. Get over it. Oh, there's my shit. Oh, we're losing, bro. Oh, maybe we ain't. Maybe we won't lose. Maybe we'll win. Yeah, so that's the thing is like, to everyone, all right, everyone listening, because I know, like, I struggle with looking like, you know, I worried about my looks when I was in high school, like when I was a teenager, right? And I wasn't trying to brag, by the way. That came out very braggadocious, but I wasn't trying to brag. But you know, I struggled. Like, you know, I was very insecure about how I looked in middle school and high school. And here's the thing: confidence, like depending on your confidence and your personality, it will make you way more attractive. Like I know it's cliche to be like, you know, for the fellas, it's like girls really care about confidence, but it's true. If you're confident and you're confident in yourself and you're respectful and nice, that is going to make you more attractive. If you're a good person, then like that's going to override anything. Maybe not anything, but still. The first girls record just the CFL voice Roz with fun. That wasn't what we came for. That's what the galaxy tuned to see. We did not place. The trophy will not carry our name, and the crowd will move on to brighter stars. Fuck. Damn, we lost. That's a rip. Fucking stupid ass fleet. Why am I faceless? I just don't want really my identity to be out there. Especially since I have like professional aspects and political aspects. I don't really want my identity to be out there right now. No, dude, respecting your significant other is probably the most attractive thing you can do. Respecting and caring about them, you know? That's like the most confident, like the most attractive thing you can do is care about them and treat them like a human. Genuinely, that's the biggest thing. Just treat them like a fucking human. Ah, fuck no, I don't want trade hubs. Translate. All right, I think we wrap it up, fellas. What are we thinking? I'm thinking that because I kind of want to go do other things. I'm getting a wee bit tired. I don't want to go eat. What color am I? That's a crazy question. Oh, that's a good fucking question. I'm white. No, exactly. Like you can be a good-looking asshole and people don't like you, or they're gonna pretend to like you. And that's the thing. If you're good-looking but you're a dick, people are just gonna use you for your body, which is sad. So that's what we can talk for a minute or two before I wrap up. Brace for feel I'm white. Yeah, I'm obviously red like a strawberry. Come on, guys. Well, shit. Thanks for everyone who usually doesn't tune in coming in. I hope you guys liked it. If not, hey, that's chill. And thank you for everyone that came to Casey. And thank you, Casey, again. I doubt you're listening at all, but thank you. I am very happy that we were able to turn this into something positive. Very happy we were able to get all that money to the fundraiser. So the fundraiser is gonna be up for a couple of days. So if you guys are stewing on it, you can think about it. But yeah, no, great stream. I think this is a good stream. Jonkus Donkus, hi Jamies, it's me. I don't know you. Sorry. Thank you for the $5. Transgender. Tighten your wallet. Thank you. You'll vote for me in the future. I doubt any of you are in my district, so don't worry. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, no, that is my overall career path. That was some kind of policy decision. It's not starting soon. I'm not grabbing my pen. It's behind my computer. There. Oh, I thought you like one of my friends or something. Because like sometimes my IRL friends and stuff, they'll like text me and it's like, yo, look at what I just said. So I didn't know. I didn't mean nothing by it. Or even my mom. Sometimes my mom will be in the chat and just fuck with me and then she'll text me. Thank you. I'll use that to pay off my debt. Thank you, Fast Iron. Fast Iron, again, hold on to your wallet, man. It's tough times right now. This probably won't be turned into a video. Maybe I'll like just take like the segment where Casey and I were talking, and maybe I'll make that into a video. We'll see. It depends how I'm feeling. It depends. Maybe same time as Saturday. Again, it really depends on my roommate and if I can work stuff out. My mom is probably aware that you guys meow every now and then. Yes. She might. Sometimes she watches my live stream. Sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she does. Oh, I love Elden Ring. I'll probably play Elden Ring on stream eventually. None of my friends will meow in the comments. Nope. Nah, I'm going to tell you that right now. I feel like giving it to a charity. Well, thank you, Fast Iron. Thank you for giving it to the first bank of jammies. What race is your mom? The same as me. Is your mom pretty? All right, you're doing too much now. You're doing too much. That's too much. That's too much. All right, are we meowing now? Are we just meowing? We're just meowing, then I'm going to wrap it up. Why don't they? Because they don't want to. Who's we? James, I love you. When I play Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, please make more things. I'll keep making videos. No, my parents' relationship status is not your guys' business. You're not getting her number. No. Here's her number. 911. Don't dial that. That was a joke. Don't dial that. You guys don't get to know any of my family. I'm a barrel of giggles. Fuck off. Yeah, no, you did. Isaac Cummington, you did miss it. Actually, I'm about to end stream. You're not getting my number, yo. 9/11 coincidence. Actually, as a kid, I used to think that. that they made 911 after 9/11 because it's like emergency. Yeah, I mean the whole live stream, it's gonna be saved on YouTube since I did it on YouTube. It's just under the live section, and I might chop it up a little and upload it as a VOD. We'll see. Good night, fellas. Mwah. I'll see you. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Sigma Nation, and I'm gonna nip that in the bud. I'm happy I ended that right when I did.